Hey guys, and welcome back to, I believe this is part 10 of our Fallout 4 playthrough. This is our sixth day in a row streaming, so we're getting on quite well with this. We're sort of preparing ourselves for the Automatron DLC, which we're going to be diving into tomorrow. But we're ready to set out straight away, all our inventory's sorted, and we're well rested, so let's take a look and crack on with where we left off yesterday. So we've still got the mission to do at Diamond City, where we have to meet Travis and help him instill some confidence in the radio presenter guy. These are some missions we'll do sort of separately on their own. We've got the I forget the name of the place, Trinity Tower mission to do. But I think first of all we're going to go and wrap up this Quartermastery Radiant quest, because we found the fast travel point for it. You know, we discovered the location yesterday, and let's have a look here. We can fast travel right back there, and then we'll have two missions to hand in to the Brotherhood of Steel. Now I'll have to apologise in advance because I'm particularly congested. My sinuses are real blocked up today, so I'll be muting occasionally, and unfortunately Twitch sort of puts a big black splodge in the top left whenever a notification comes up, and so whenever I mute it or unmute the headset, you'll get that annoying sort of black block. Nothing we can do about that, I'm afraid. I've considered using a headset that doesn't, just a basic PS4 headset, because I don't think that shows up anything. It's just a little toggle switch on the wire itself that mutes it. I don't think it shows you a notification every time you do it, but obviously I would prefer to use my headset because it doubles up as a oh, we failed to defend a settlement, that's fine. Yeah, it doubles up as allowing me to have, some nice surround sound going on without annoying everybody else in the area. But yeah, I think we're here to recover a piece of technology. And I'm trying to remember what this place is like, what kind of enemies we come across here. I've got a feeling, because this is in the sort of built-up area. Oh, I'm stuck with something. I've just realised that I think I've got the weapons in a different slot than I had yesterday, because I didn't mean to equip the melee weapon there. Oh, and I've lost a huge amount of health because I got caught. I got sort of closed in by Piper, I think. That's a bit annoying. You know what we're going to do? Is we're just going to reload our autosave as we went through the door, because I got sort of a bit caught off guard there while I was talking to you guys. So let's get our wits about us, and so we got ghouls in this area. Let's have a look, see if we can't sneak in and take some out without them seeing us. Or at least without them alerting everybody. Right. They're probably all going to rush us, so if we sort of stay in the entrance here, slowly make our way into either the door or the staircase. Oh, we can hear someone. There he is. Oh, he's a stalker, so he's going to take a bit more damage, but it looks like we've nearly got our first call. There we go. Go on, finish him off. One last one. There we go. Right, so if you're using VATS, one thing I keep forgetting is if you press circle, if you want to cancel the VATS, or you can press circle or B. If you want to cancel one of the shots, but also that's useful for just sort of speeding up the animation. If you finished all the shots that you'd lined up, oh, we've got to go downstairs for the actual, there you can see the waypoint there. yeah, if you've done all your shots and it's kind of taking a long time to play out the rest of the animation, then you can press circle and it just kind of speeds things up a little bit. I think you can probably actually turn off those animations in the menu if I remember correctly, but it's quite nice having them because they look pretty cool. Excuse me, Piper. Thank you. So let's cover this floor fully first. Oh, say that quickly 5 times. Yeah, let's cover everything here first of all, and then we can sort of head to another floor and we'll know what's been covered. I like to be quite systematic with my looting. Yeah, we've done that room. So we need to head downstairs somehow, because that's where the actual waypoint is for the bit of technology that we're looking for. But it looks like, unless the stairs are through the door behind me, it looks like we might have to go upstairs first and then down. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna take a brief second to to sign into the stream myself. It looks like we've got a couple people join. I'm betting that's Bump and Mrs. Mac. Or should I say Chloe and Mrs. Mac? If not, if someone's tuned in to Twitch, let us know you're here. If you've got any questions about the game, throw them out there. Let's have a look. I've done all this right. Okay, so let's head upstairs and try and figure out a way of getting down to the bottom floor. There's probably going to be an elevator or something somewhere. Is that a screen? No. So you probably noticed we're finding a lot of ammo and a lot of bottle caps in sort of desks and things. If you play the game normally, you'd search a lot of these desks and cupboards and, you know, what are they called? Sort of these things, cabinets, I guess, or yeah, file cabinets. A lot of the time, when you search them, you don't get anything out of them. But the reason we're getting at least something out of almost every container that we search is because we've got those perks. We've got Scrounger, which allows us to find more ammo in the containers we search. Ooh, crumbs. And also Fortune Finder, which is the same, basically the same perk, but for bottle caps, which is of course the currency of the game. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to start sort of not necessarily grabbing every single thing. We've got quite a good collection of you know, of junk back at our settlement, and because we're not building a load of settlements, we've only got the one on the go really. We're just letting the other ones sort of get wiped out, or, you know, we're not really focusing on them. We might do one day, might build them up one day, but because we're not really worried about them now, we don't need too much junk, which means that I can get by without necessarily grabbing everything, because otherwise we'll just end up with so much stuff. And also we've got 2 of the scavenging stations. We've got 2 scavenging stations back at our settlement. And obviously, let's just have a look here. Have we got anything worthwhile? Yeah, both of those, how they work is they pull in resources, or like crafting supplies. So the idea is you assign someone to those stations, and then that person, although they don't actually leave your settlement, the sort of well, I guess the idea is that they're supposed to leave the settlement, find stuff, and give you sort of a steady income of basic crafting supplies, so you don't have to worry too much about grabbing everything while you're out and about. I don't think it gives you a huge amount. And like I say, the guys don't actually leave the settlement, but it does give you a passive income of different supplies. So we can sort of be a bit more picky and choosy. You know, if we find something... Toy alien, okay. I mean, we are, you know, sort of grabbing everything. We're pretty, you know, we've got a lot of space in our inventory at the moment. So we are sort of picking up most stuff, but anything that's sort of electrical, or anything that's a bit like a microscope or something that might have crystals or any of the rare components in, you know, we'll grab those obviously. But if it's just something that's made of wood or steel or whatever, hey, A Force for Life, welcome, buddy. I believe unless you've been with us on one of the other streams and been quiet, I believe this might be your first time with us, so a special welcome, buddy. We've just started today, and we're preparing ourselves to head into the Automatron DLC tomorrow. So if you're here to watch the DLC especially, then stick with us. I think tomorrow afternoon, oh yeah, I believe tomorrow afternoon is going to be the day that we're going to start working on the DLC. Oh, we've got a Reaver here who's got quite a lot of health. We're going to have to take a few shots from the hip. Sometimes you can use action point or VATS, even if you haven't got any action points left, you can use it just to slow things down a bit, to give you a second to kind of get your aim up. And also what's useful is if you go into VATS, it'll sort of automatically aim your gun at them, so then when you come out of VATS you can just shoot straight away and you're pretty much aiming where you need to be. So that's a cool little tip that that I've noticed more as I play through. Play through this, being my third time, of course. Looking forward to hopefully our fourth time through. If we do a fourth playthrough, will hopefully be a successful run on the new Survivor difficulty when they update that. People have been doing, you know, the beta for survival mode. You know, the new changes that they're bringing in. They've got a beta running on PC, and a lot of people's experiences have been literally leaving the vault, going to find the dog, and dying, and then having to obviously load their last save, which was at the vault, because there's no quick save. There's no quick save. There's no auto save apart from when you sleep, and there's also no fast travel, and there's no manual save. So literally, only when you sleep does it ever save. I'm just trying to get my bearings here. We've searched for this. I think I do want to just check because there was a slope going down. Where are we? Must have been down here. No, we'll check it on our way out because there was a sort of slope leading upstairs. May have been. No, I don't think it was this. I think this is how we get down. Oh no, it is. Okay, so this is this is how you get back down. So okay, this is a little confusing because we're being told to go downstairs for the piece of technology that we're here to find. We've searched everything here. I'm just looking for maybe a hole in the floor or something. Did we take... Yeah, so who else have we got in the stream at the moment? I think there's six people at the moment. We've only just started, so that's quite nice. We had... oh, okay, an elevator. How did I miss that? So yesterday we got 15 new followers, which was very cool. It's a very new Twitch channel that I've just started doing this week, basically. So we don't, you know, we're not very well known or anything, but should I say I'm not very well known? Make it sound like there's a bunch of us. It's only me. Sometimes it looks like they've got a tiny bit of health left, but they haven't. I'm just going to double check that my headset is working properly. Yes, it's all good. I was apologising earlier, for those of you who've joined in Twitch, I was apologising for the black smudge in the top left, which is basically whenever I mute or unmute my headset, it's going to sort of cover up the notification that I see on screen with that black smudge, and I am going to be muting occasionally today because I've been streaming now for... this will be my 6th day, and we've done about 6 hours each day, so my voice is starting to get a bit dry. And also, I have sinus issues anyway, you can probably tell from how nasal I sound. But if I need to blow my nose or anything, or if I feel a bit sniffly, I don't want to annoy you all with those bodily functions, so so we'll mute the mic, and just obviously apologising for that black smudge. It's a bit annoying. They should be able to tell the difference between, you know, an actual notification such as a message from someone, and, you know, just things like muting microphones and stuff like that. Because I've got all my notifications turned off, but you can't turn off you cannot turn off the notification for muting. So let's have a look here. We've got PLATE CRAZY. Pardon me. Just need to concentrate for a second and get this one done.
Got it.
Here we are. Pretty much just whizzing through all of the dialogue, all of the you know, the text in these terminals. Worth going through them in case it puts some information into your Pip-Boy, maybe a new location or something, might trigger a mission or whatever. Okay, here's the flux sensor that we're after, and let's have a look. We've got some weapons here. Recoil compensated, calibrated, powerful. That's a pipe. Pipe rifle, I guess. Target. Okay, cool. We've got some upgrades. We've got some mods here for a laser weapon. Now, that's cool because at the moment we're using, for our laser gun, we're using a very, very good weapon called the Righteous Authority, which you get from doing a quest with Paladin Dance, the very first Brotherhood of Steel quest. It's an awesome weapon because it does double damage on critical hits. So double what they normally do, because obviously they usually do more damage anyway, but double that. And also the meter charges 15% faster, so you can use criticals more often. But at the moment we don't have any mods on it really, apart from one scope which we bought. We don't usually buy mods because you get them for free on other weapons, but yeah, this has got a new muzzle. I can see there the big round thing on the end. It's also got a different barrel by the looks of it. Anyway, we'll have a look at that when we get back to our base, to our settlement. Pardon me. Yeah, so it would be good to be able to upgrade that Righteous Authority, because tomorrow we're going to be fighting a lot of robots doing the DLC, of course. So I believe robots, yeah, they're going to be weaker to energy weapons, because with them being metal, you know, you want to overheat them. Metal's very good at blocking ballistic shots, you know, normal bullets. But if you take a look at the armor that you can equip, the metal armor has always got very high ballistic damage resistance, but very low, or, you know, relatively low compared to the ballistic damage. It's got much lower energy resistance. So that's why obviously these robots, if you shoot them with energy weapons, they sort of create heat, and the metal acts as a conductor for that heat. so it overloads their insides, I suppose, all the different circuitry and stuff. What we're going to do is, because we've got 2 missions to hand in to the Brotherhood, we're going to go back to the police station. Pardon me. And then after that, we don't necessarily need to go home yet because we're not carrying too much stuff. We'll head off and maybe have a crack at the Trinity Tower mission. Depending on if there's any legendary super mutants there, it might be a little bit tough. Because we're still very low when it comes to endurance. We've still only got the 1 point in endurance. So we do take a lot of damage. Our armor's gradually improving. We're taking all the mods off the armor that we pick up and putting it on what we're wearing, or, you know, shifting them around depending on what is the best stuff we've got. But we're slowly also leveling up our critical hit. The perk that gives you better criticals, because obviously that will come in very useful tomorrow if we're using a weapon that already does double damage. You know, a laser weapon for the robots. We get double damage, and we get it charged quicker, and then we do extra damage from the perk as well. That'll be perfect. I think, yeah, we searched all this area. I'm just trying to find...
How's that
who's
going?
Hayden, or Halen?
Were you able to find the artifact?
Here it is.
Great.
Yep.
I'll get this documented and ready to send off. Here's a little something for the trouble. Tech will always be in demand. When you're ready for more, just say the word.
So we always take a new...
You've got the area on your map, so move it.
Yeah, we always take a new mission from them, because if we happen to be going close by there, you know, if she gives us a location that happens to be nearby one of the other missions that we're doing,
Have some good news.
then we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Affirmative.
Impressive. Keep proving your worth. I may start to trust you. Here's your payment. Plenty more locations out there that need clearing. If you need time to regroup, take it. Once you're ready, let me know.
There's not really any point in regrouping, because you can take the mission and you don't have to do it straight away, so
right.
it's always
Here's
worth
the
just
latest
grabbing
dark
it.
area. I don't want to see your face until that place is clear.
And these places that we're sent to, where's he sending us? Medford Memorial Hospital. Doesn't ring a bell, actually. So all these, all the locations they sent us to might have some useful stuff in that we may otherwise not come across. You know, unless you're... Can we take that? Oh yeah, crumbs. Yeah, unless you're searching absolutely everywhere and going to each location, then, you know, you may not come across some of these places that might have bobbleheads or magazines for, you know, extra skill points or perks or whatever. And of course, if you are searching all the places you come across, you might as well be doing it, you know, might as well prioritize the places that you're sent to by the Brotherhood, because then not only are you searching that place, getting XP from kills and everything, you know, you're getting any bobbleheads or whatever happens to be there, but you're also doing a mission, so you're getting the extra XP from that too. So it looks like we've already discovered the Beantown Brewery, and it's sort of quite close by, so let's nip across there and do that. I don't think we've been inside yet, so it's still going to be worth looting the area. Ah, yes. In fact, I remember this location. I think it's going to be raiders in here. Unless the raiders populate the place later on, because there is a mission that takes you here. It's sort of part of a side mission. And there's raiders there then, I think, but maybe it's different for this, you know, little Radiant quest. So it sounds like there's some rad roaches around. Okay, so we've got a raider psycho. What we're gonna do is, oh crumbs, don't want to be spotted by that little alarm monkey thing.
Hey, something's out there.
Take him out with a silence gun before he alerts everybody, and hopefully we can do that once more. We haven't got any stealth perks yet, so we're not going to be able to do the whole area stealthy or anything. What's that noise? It sounds like a red roach, but... oh yeah. Oh no, I think maybe, yeah, maybe they're above us. As you can see on the radar there, you've got the little red marks with an arrow pointing up, so... So let's see if we can sort of stealth kill one other person at least. Oh, hello.
What was that?
Okay, we're still at caution, but I don't think they've fully seen us. Oh, I think maybe they have now. Okay, my breath, I don't have much breath and I'm trying to hold my breath to keep the gun steady, but... Tell you what, the hit markers can be very rough on this game at times. I think it's a problem with the scenery. Sometimes the scenery blocks more than it should do. So if there's a little bit of fence in front of them, and even like, for instance, if you're shooting through this gap, it might still think that there's fence there.
Show your face.
Right, he's got quite a lot of health, so I'm going to check his weaknesses. You know, check his resistances in VATS, because we've got the awareness perk. So right, so it is better to use ballistic weapons, which we're using at the moment. You know, normal bullets. So we're not going to change to our laser rifle, but some of these guys, I think it depends what armor they're wearing. So if they're wearing metal armor, we use a... Oh, come on. It's difficult. We still got, not a huge... Oh, hello. Oh, she's going to be in the way again, isn't she? Yeah. Stupid one. She keeps doing that. She keeps standing right in front of us, like, during our VATS, while we're trying to use VATS, she just walks in front of us during the animation, which is a real pain in the backside. We're slowly modifying a hunting rifle into a sniper rifle, which is obviously going to be slower firing, but that's going to be what we're going to want to use from distance because it does higher damage. At the moment we've got this rapid fire pipe gun, and we've also got a semi-auto firing pipe gun as a sniper, but it's because it's semi-auto, it's obviously not doing as much damage. Let's have a look. But it does fire quicker. Oh, pardon me, guys. It's quite odd because sometimes it gives you double damage for a sort of sneak attack, even though they can see you, unless they're maybe shooting at our companion here, Piper. That might be the case, or it might be that they sort of know roughly where we are, and he's just healed himself. That's annoying. Yeah, it might be that they know roughly where they are, so they're shooting in our direction, but they don't. They can't actually see us specifically, so it still counts as a sneak attack. Eventually, once we get the right perk, we'll be getting 3.5 times damage instead of just double.
Blue, we're not alone.
As you can see, it's quite rapid firing, this sniper. Oh, and we did quite a bit of damage there. That was good. Missed a few shots, but we got some headshots, so... Tempted to... Does this walkway go all the way around? No, it doesn't, unfortunately. So I think we're better off taking him out from here, because otherwise he'll come out onto the walkway and shoot us as we're trying to make our way around.
Dumbass coward.
There he is. Oh, come on. Seriously? There he is.
What was that?
Oh. Again with the scenery blocking it when it shouldn't. Right, one more shot. There we go. Right, that might that might complete the mission for us, because sometimes when you take out the boss for an area, it completes the mission if your mission is to clear out everything. You know, to take everyone out. Even though there's some people left sometimes, it kind of... you know, it completes the mission when you take out the main guy, and then when you're on your way out, you think that everyone's down, and it ends up, you know, you stumble across some more enemies that you didn't think were going to be there. Oh, okay, so this mission isn't for taking everyone out anyway, it's for picking up a piece of tech. So this is obviously the mission for Halen. So, let's have a quick sleep. I think everyone's down in this area. So we're going to start looting. There might be... Oh, we're over encumbered now, so let's just see if there's a crafting bench. Yeah, there's a bench here, so we can break down some of our weapons if there are ones that I'm not worried about keeping. Right, we're going to keep that, because rather than take the mods off it, we'll just use that as our base combat shotgun, because it's got some upgrades on it. Usually if I had another combat shotgun, which I do, but if I had another one with upgrades on it, with different mods, then I would just take the mods off this one and combine them onto the one I've already sort of started working on. But in this case, I don't have any mods on any combat shotguns, so this will be the one that we start sort of modifying from here, because we've got the slightly better receiver and a compensator, you know, so it might be worth starting to use at some point for close-up damage. I just heard Piper say, "Where were you hiding?" So
Junk.
I'm wondering if she's found an enemy. No. Okay. I don't think it's really weapons that we've picked up necessarily. Yeah, it's not weapons that are taking up all our weight, so this bench isn't going to be a huge amount of help to us. Let's have a look what's on here. Let's free up that mod. To be honest, we're probably not going to use it because we've got some of the best mods for these weapons anyway. These pipe weapons. But these are all the best, some of the best ones on this one that we're going to break down, so we might as well take them off just in case we want to make a spare gun out of some of these parts. Just so we can keep exploring a bit more and not have to worry about going home too early. I'd like to get both of the Brotherhood of Steel quests done before we have to travel home and offload our stuff. Take the fan. I'm going to give I'm going to take Tower Tom's stuff. We'll have a look at what he had later. Where is Piper though? What I would like is if they would put your companion on the...
Hey.
Here she is. If they put her on the radar at the bottom, so that you can always tell where they are.
Take a peek.
Which they don't do at the moment. They could have like a similar marker to the enemy markers, the red square, but have a green square instead. I think that would make sense. Anyway, we're going to give her all our junk. I'm going to have a quick look in my inventory as well while we're here and see... I think it was a weapon we picked up off of Tower Tom, was he called? Something like that. So that's a shotgun. Ah, there it is. Ah ha ha ha. Excellent, that's really good actually, because that's a hunting rifle sniper. Now we've got a hunting rifle at home which has got better... got better mods. I can tell from here it's got a better stock and I think a better barrel, but we've got a scope off this one if we need it, and also we've got the, what makes it great is the .50 conversion, so it converts it to a different ammo type which is much more powerful. I think that's the most powerful one for the hunting rifle, and it does a lot more damage. if you can see there, 64 damage. Now, it's interesting to note that if you take any perks, let's just have a look around these walkways before we take the elevator down or take some stairs. Yeah, if you have any perks that are, you know, related to increasing the damage for a certain weapon. So, for instance, if we take, oh, we can level up anyway, so whilst we're here, we'll take a look. So, for instance, the Rifleman perk gives you extra damage with non-auto rifles, so in other words, sniper rifles, but the great thing is it also works with shotguns. I don't think it works with energy weapons. I'm just having a look to see if there is one. Probably science that allows us, or should I say intelligence, that allows us to do more energy weapon damage. It's not gonna be strength. I'm wondering now. Maybe agility. I'm going to just quickly have a look online because it would be good to know if the Rifleman perk also affects laser rifles. I think it might do actually, because laser guns can come in the form of rifles, auto weapons, you know, full auto, or pistols. So if it does include all rifles, including normal guns and energy weapons, then that might be worthwhile taking that perk. Fallout 4, Rifleman, energy weapons. Yeah, let's have a look here. Do perks like Rifleman apply to energy weapons? Right, yeah, it looks like they do. So I think when we do get round to taking a perk that increases our damage with a certain weapon type, then we are going to go with Rifleman, because I like using snipers from a distance, and then when you get up close you can still use shotguns count. You get more damage with a shotgun, so it's a really good all-round perk. If you take these other ones, Gunslinger is only non-auto pistols, and then Commando is auto weapons, so any automatic weapon. So that's quite handy, because that's got quite a wide range. You know, it helps out a lot of different weapon types, different ranges and things. So, you know, with auto weapons you might have a long range auto weapon or a short range one, but I think personally the non-auto Rifleman perk is the one to go for, simply because you've got the shotguns, and then you can just put mods on weapons that, you know, make them non-auto. You know, so for instance, if you get a combat rifle, you might think, right, I've got a combat rifle, I'm going to make it full auto because it kind of makes sense. You know, it's like an assault rifle then. But you can actually get more damage, I think, by, you know, if you put a new receiver on it. The very best receivers are always non-auto. Usually anyway, because you can convert the ammo types to a different type of ammo, which increases the damage of the weapon, and it still stays as a single shot gun. But to be quite honest, you're going to be rinsing through ammo quite quickly if all the weapons you're using are automatic guns anyway. You don't want to be using up too much ammo. And if you've got a semi-auto gun, that's still, you know, the Rifleman's still going to benefit those semi-auto guns, a bit like the sniper rifle I'm using at the moment. Although you can fire it quite quickly by pulling the trigger rapidly, you know, you still get to choose when you shoot rather than just holding down the trigger and hoping that each shot lands. We're not going to take that right now, because if you've been watching the stream, you'll know that we've got a plan in place. We're taking, on this level up, we're taking Scrapper. Then we'll reach level 24 and take the next level Scrounger, and then Fortune Finder at 25. And then we'll have a few levels before we need to start taking these the next level of the other sort of miscellaneous perks. Oh, pardon me. So scrap is a good one to have, because now we can start getting some very rare components from breaking down our weapons and things. Okay, so we've been here. Is there another upstairs? Oh, that takes us outside. This must be... Oh no, I thought it was... Oh crap.
Wow, there's a whole bunch of you, aren't there?
Hey, do that one.
There we go, just cancel our VATs and finish him off. We took quite a lot of damage just walking through that door, to be honest. Of course, he's really belted him one with that hit.
One piece.
Haha, beat you to it. Beat you to it, Piper. She keeps beating me to the kills, so quite happy that I got that one. Okay. Fuse. Getting a nice collection of bobby pins here. When we take the next level of the locksmith perk, oh.
Here, little guy. I see you.
Yeah, when we take the next level of the locksmith perk, I believe that will be the one that makes it so that we never lose a lockpick. So they don't break, and that speeds up lockpicking tremendously. Because you can just turn it, you don't have to turn it slowly, you can just turn it all the way around and keep adjusting until you get it right. Let's just look at these quickly. In case there's anything important to add to our Pip-Boy. Oh, what's going on? It wouldn't let me exit when I was hovering over those bottom two options. That was very strange. Okay, now we've got the second level of the Scrounger perk, we can also start marking things, marking certain junk items that we want to search for. So if we're low on oil or something, we can mark oil, and then every time we look into a container and it has something with oil, you know, it has a junk item that contains oil, then we, you know, it puts a little marker next to it, which is very useful. So if there's something you're trying to build at your settlement and you can't build it yet because you haven't got enough, you can just mark it, and whichever item you're low on, it will mark all those, anything that contains that particular crafting item will be marked in the world. Okay, it's not a huge place this, but with all the different stairs and different rooms going off, this is the exit, I think. Yeah, it becomes a little bit of a sort of mini maze, trying to remember where you've been and what you've looted, but we haven't done this end yet because we came in a different way, so I think I remember there being tons of bottles, because this is a brewery. I can't say that properly, crumbs. So there's loads of these Gwinnett brew bottles. But they are, I mean, if you need glass, it's a great place to come. There are some locations in this game that have loads of certain craft. Oh, crumbs. Let's see that trap there. Yeah, there are some, we're just going to quickly use this elevator to grab a quick sleep in the upstairs office. Took a bit of damage. So yeah, what were we saying? Yeah, there's some locations that if you're looking for a certain crafting item, they have tons of them. Oh, it's a good job we came back up. We missed the... Oh, okay, so it's just the extra building options at our settlements. So yeah, if you need loads of glass, you could come here. I think there's a there's sort of a shopping mall that's run by robots, which has one of the shops has loads and loads of weights, you know, weightlifting equipment, and I think just have a look here. What was this trap going to trigger? Yeah, I think that gives you iron. I believe those weights are made out of iron. Oh, crumbs. That was what triggered. That's what that trap was for. Sorry, Piper. I think she'll get up straight away, yeah, because there's no enemies around here. So on these normal difficulties, well, this is hard, but obviously any difficulty apart from Survivor, or at least the new version of Survivor, any difficulty will, you know, will allow your companions to get back up, you know, when there's no enemies around. Oh, I thought this was a armor bench. I think I seem to remember there being an armor bench around here. Excuse my throat clearing. Okay, so what have we got here? Have we got both of these missions to hand in? No, we've got to go and do Medford Memorial Hospital. Right, okay, so that's quite a way away. What we're going to do is we're going to wait until we're sort of heading over in that direction anyway. Let's look at our inventory. I think it's time to head back. Let's hand this one mission in, and we've got to pick this lock. Oh, crumbs. Wrong way. Yeah, so we're going to hand in the one mission that we've done for the Brotherhood, and we'll do the other one another time. Oh, of course, it's very specific, this one.
Got it.
Yeah, and then we'll head back, we'll sort out our inventory, and then we'll go and do one of these more fleshed out quests, maybe the Trinity Tower one. Oh. Oh, I'm just going to mute it a second, blowing my nose, try and clear it up a little bit.
Hey.
What you? Time for some travel fuel. Want one?
I was just wondering where you and I stand.
Well, I gotta say, I like the way you've been handling yourself out here. Commonwealth's not an easy place to do the right thing, but somehow you manage.
Your thoughts?
Well, at least the price of drinks is right.
Okay,
That's all.
Sure.
we're hoping to max out her relationship today, which is why we just asked her where we are, you know, how she feels about us. Once we max out her relationship, then we will get the perk for receiving double XP for every location we discover. Oh, I'm really getting tongue-tied today. So yeah, that will be very useful because we like to get that perk quite early on, so that all the locations we discover after that will reward us with more XP. I tell you what, we're going to walk to Cambridge Station because it's very close. We'll probably get there just as quick. You know, if we fast travel, there's a loading screen, so we'll probably get there just as quick walking, and there might be something between here and there that's worth checking out. we've got a little bit of space in our inventory, so if we find any enemies and get some loot off them, that'll work out nicely. If you're going into an area and you can't see very well... Oh, I thought that was enemies there. Oh, it's people. I think these are ones we took out when we were on our way to the Call to Arms mission, the first mission for Paladin Dance, where we went and got the deep range transmitter. So yeah, we're getting close to the police station. It's just around these built up buildings here, or this built up area. Yep, here we go. Oh, huh. Was that closed off before? Yeah, that is strange. Oh, it's a gate you can open. Alright. I wondered why that was all blocked off, because that's the way we went in when we first came here. So let's give Scribe Halen a bit of tech. I forget what it was called. And we gonna head home and sort ourselves out.
Recover that tech I sent you for?
Here it
Let's
is.
hope for an
Still in
idiot
good shape,
savant
too.
trigger.
Here's your payment. Nothing like a successful mission. Tech will always be in demand. Let me know if you think you can handle another run.
Affirmative.
Great. Area's on your map. Good luck.
Oh, no idiot savant that time. Oh well.
What the hell are you waiting around for?
Shut up, Reese. He really doesn't like us at all. It's a good way of getting caps as well. I was forgetting that you get paid for each of these missions you complete. I don't know where the Brotherhood are getting all those caps from, because technically you could keep doing these missions indefinitely. So they'd need an infinite amount of money to be able to pay you. Okay, so just out of interest to see where this okay, so it's up there. So both the next Brotherhood missions are in quite close quarters to each other, so that's quite useful. Oh, and we've got a few new settlers at Sanctuary. We've got plenty of food and water to keep them happy. I may turn off the beacon now though, because technically we can have 2 more settlers. So because we've got 6 charisma, so you can have 10 plus your, you know, how much charisma you have. So we have a permanent 6 charisma. Occasionally we put on clothing with charisma. Pardon me, sorry, I've got hiccups. Yeah, occasionally we put on clothing that increases our charisma.
Hey.
But our base charisma is 6, so we could have another 2 people. But if we have too many, then a lot of our food's going to be taken up by our settlers eating it. But we kind of want to keep, you know, we want to have a high food income so that we can use the mutt fruit, potatoes, and corn to be able to develop adhesive to use as a crafting item, because you can make, I think it's called vegetable vegetable starch, something like that. So that can, you know, the less people we have, the more spare food we'll have to be able to create, to be able to cook and to be able to turn into vegetable starch and get adhesive from. I've got a video on YouTube on how to get lots of oil and vegetable, oil and adhesive, or in other words, glue. So check that out on Stay Patient Gaming. You know, if you're interested in hearing a bit more about that, you'll see me doing it during the playthrough. But just had a game delivered, it looks like. Let's have a look. Right, so what stuff do we want to be using? We haven't got any upgrades, any better mods. We could buy the laminated mod for this synth leg. It's got the perk where it reflects 10% of melee damage back to the attacker. Pardon me. But it's quite low damage resistance at the moment. We don't even have the lighter build. We could buy it, I know, but I like to just hold off because you get so many mods through just playing the game and breaking down different bits of armor and weapons and taking the mods off them, that I feel it's kind of a waste of resources to buy them. But let's have a look. We've got a metal left arm down the bottom there. And we got a buttress left arm, buttress raider left arm. Now that is a sturdy piece. If you click on the second mod to take off the lightweight prefix, you can see that it's sturdy, which means it's the second tier of raider armor, and I think the tier above that is heavy. So as you go through the game, not only do you get better mods, but you also get better versions of the sort of 4 or 5 different types of armor. This one is just a basic metal. It's not the sturdy one, so we're going to take the mods off it and break it down because it's not as good as what we've got on at the moment, the sturdy raider piece. So left leg, we've got a this is just a basic leg. Even if we put studded leather on it, it's got 6 and 11 when it comes to the defense against normal damage and energy damage. 6 and 11. So our synth leg is higher, 8 and 11. So again, we can take those mods off and get rid of this. Until we start getting sturdy stuff, then nothing's really going to replace what we're currently wearing. Right arm, right, so we've got a new right arm. This is, again, normal metal. The highest we can get it to is 10 and 5. Yeah, we've got a combat armor piece on the right arm at the moment, so that's our armor all sorted. So the same with our weapons. Pardon me, sorry. You guys having to put up with my gross sniffing. Right, so this has got the best barrel, I think the best, best receiver. I think we've got a marksman stock on the other one, so we'll take that off the other hunting rifle that's in storage at the moment. Large quick eject mag, so it's basically got, oh, it's got a short night vision scope as well. This is a very good gun. If we can get a suppressor for this, as soon as we get a suppressor for this, that will be our go-to sniper. In fact, what we're going to do, because it's nice having one suppressed weapon on us, we're probably going to stop carrying the current sniper we're using, which is sort of semi-auto, because the automatic gun we have, is it this one? No, that's the sniper. The automatic pipe rifle, oh, but that is a legendary. They're both legendary, so yeah, I'm just wondering if we can justify carrying another sniper rifle as well. Ah, okay, yeah, this was the other thing we were gonna take a look at, wasn't it? Photon agitator. Okay, so that's not super high level, but it's better than what we've got. Automatic barrel. We've already got an automatic one, and we're not going to put an auto one on the legendary one, you know, the critical hit authority gun, whatever it's called. And if we do put an automatic one on any laser gun, it's going to be the improved version. Right, so let's free up that sharpshooter's grip in case we want to make a laser pistol at some point. Excuse me. Free up that reflex sight. Now we've got a gyro compensating lens. Superior recoil and reduced range. Now, it seems to me like that's going to be better for an auto, because it's reduced range, so we don't want to reduce the range of the rifle that we're using. But we do want to keep it, because if we make a full auto laser gun at any point, that might be useful to have on it, although by then we'll probably have even better upgrades. So that can go now that we've got the mods off of it. Double barrel shotgun can go. Pardon me. So we're going to take Junkies. Yeah, they're the double barrel shotguns, and you cap switch B. Right, we're going to take the sniper rifle, the hunting rifle version, and also, yeah, I'm going to break down the double barrel shotgun because we've got two legendary versions of that, the Mutant Slayer one and the Junkies one. I don't think there's many mods you can put on those though, so I'll probably end up not ever using it, to be honest. We can break that one down as well because we've got a new better shotgun. That gun's insane. A laser musket that fires full auto. If you want to check that, check me sort of testing out the fire of that, then it's on one of the previous streams, I think. We'll probably end up using it at some point. Right, so we can get rid of that calibrated receiver. I don't mind losing that long light barrel because we've got the ported barrel, which is superior range and sighted accuracy, superior recoil range and sighted accuracy, poor hip fire. So the ported barrel just gives you better recoil on top of all the usual upgrades that the light barrel gives you. But of course the light barrel makes the gun weigh less as well, which is sort of a little bit of an icing on the cake, but we always like to go for the best stuff, so here we go. Right, so we can get rid of that and we can put it onto the... We don't want a bayonet here, we can put the compensator on. Actually, does the compensator decrease the range? Improved per shot recoil, improved recoil control. I might leave that empty until we get a suppressor, which is going to be useful. I don't really want to be lowering the range of this gun because it's the whole point of it is that it's going to be a longer range sniper rifle. Do we have a longer range night vision scope? No, the short range will do fine. So we put the marksman stock that we just took off our old one on there, and so we've got the best upgrades in this slot, in this slot, in this slot, in this slot. The night vision scope is just what we need. Basically, this is as good as this gun can get without having a suppressor. You know what, actually, it barely makes a difference to the range, and because I've got a short range scope on it anyway, we're not going to be using it from absolutely miles away, so might as well put the compensator on. It just increases the improves the recoil, so when we do fire, we don't lose our target by having too much of a kickback on it. So there's nothing on here we want to take off for the new shotgun. So this shotgun has got a calibrated receiver, better criticals. Doesn't improve the damage though. The long barrel, full stock, nothing particularly special on this. It probably is still a good gun, but it weighs quite a lot, so maybe we're gonna leave that and not use it until until we've you know, got some better mods for it. Definitely using the Righteous Authority. And we've got these two pipe guns. I might put one of them away. That's the 10mm. It's nice and light, and that's a good, reliable gun. Bladed tire iron, yeah. I think the 10mm will do us for now for close quarters combat, so we can put the combat shotgun back. And I think yeah, it's difficult because we've got these two legendary pipe guns and they've both got night vision scopes on. We got the 45 receiver, which is the best receiver you can get on this one. This is our sniper version. We've also got a new barrel for it. What does that do? No accuracy penalty while firing. Superior range and sighted accuracy. Better recoil. Poor hipfire actually. Oh, we've got a recoil compensating stock as well. Night vision scope suppressor. So that's about as good as that gun can get. Now this one is the freezing one. Again, this is you know what, I think because this is a hardened automatic receiver, it does 13 damage plus the 10 from the cryo. But then you've got, you know, this gun isn't as good as it can get yet because you've got the armor piercing version of that automatic receiver, and then you've got powerful auto receiver. So if we're going to have an automatic pipe gun, we might as well have it with, yeah, we might as well have it with the better automatic receivers when we get them. But the thing is as well, an automatic gun, although we've got the sight on it at the moment so that we can use it at range. Now we've already got a sniper rifle that we can use at range, which is exactly the same weapon just with different mods, and it's got better mods as well. So whenever I'm shooting someone from range, I'd rather have the accuracy of a single shotgun. And if we took the sight off of it, then, you know, it'd be better up close obviously, but we've got the pistol for that. We've got the 10mm is full auto, and that's got better mods on that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to make do with just one of these. We're just going to use the sniper version of the pipe gun. But the question is, which is the better oh, pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Very clogged up today. Okay, I'm back. So the question is, yeah, which of these legendary upgrades is better? So do we want okay, let's think about this. We're using the sniper version. So do we want to freeze enemies on critical hits or refill our action points on critical hits? Now I think because it's a sniper, we're probably not going to be using action points as much. We're just going to be sniping from distance, and if we're sniping from distance, we're probably in cover, so we've got the time to wait for our action points to regenerate. So I think it's probably better to keep the sniper. Actually, no, we need to swap it around. It's probably better to have the cryo damage one. I think that's a bit cooler as well. So what that means is, what do we need to swap across? We need to swap the 45 receiver, the finned barrel. We've already got, you know, all the best stuff. Oh, and the suppressor as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off the sniper mods from the action point refill legendary. And we are going to put them all across onto the other legendary. So it's still the same gun, but it's just got a different legendary perk on it. There we go. So we've got the 45 receiver, the long fin barrel, yep, recoil compensating stock, large quick eject mag, the night vision scope, and the suppressor. Now what I'll probably do is put all the best stuff that we've got left, all the best automatic stuff we've got left, on this other one that we're going to be putting in storage for the moment, and that way when we do get some better stuff for it, we can just switch those across and maybe start using it depending on what guns we're using at the time. Okay, the reflex sights are really bad. They're very clunky and they block out a lot of your view on these weapons, so I don't really want to build a glow sight unless we're definitely going to be using it, so because the nuclear materials are quite rare. So let's just put this scope back on it. And the muzzle brake, so that's still a pretty good rapid fire weapon, and I think it's probably better having it that way around as well anyway, because refilling your action points, you know, with a rapid fire gun is more important because you're probably using it from up close, which means you're using VATS more often. What are we doing? We're putting in okay, we're putting the shotgun in. I don't use Molotovs. So we're keeping the Righteous Authority. We're putting the automatic pipe gun in. Keeping the new sniper rifle, and so we've got two sniper rifles basically. One's for just general use. Where is it? This one. But then if we come across enemies from, you know, where they haven't seen us yet, and we've got a decent sight on them, and we can get a couple of shots off before they start running at us, then this 50 caliber receiver, or this 50 caliber sniper, is going to be a nice heavy damaging weapon. It fires slower, so you know, we'll get a couple shots off with that from range, and then as the enemies start making their way towards us, we'll switch across to the other sniper, which has got more sort of semi-auto fire. So I think we've sorted out all our armor and stuff. Cage armor can go in here. Keep a black suit. The eyeglasses can go away. Yeah, we've already got some glasses that give us perception. We'll keep those for the charisma. Get rid of the harnesses and the long johns and all these sort of pointless underlayers. Road leathers. Put the junk away as well. We've still got quite a lot of weight on us. Oh, that'll be all the mods, won't it? Let's put these in. Chuck all this food away so we can cook with it if we need to. I'll keep one purified water on me. Red roach meat, yep. Do I have any cooked food? No. I think our weight is more than usual because pardon me. We are carrying a heavier weapon. Let's just double check that there's nothing in our miscellaneous pile here that weighs anything. I think there's going to be one thing. That's the that's the prop, which is mission related, so we can't get rid of that. Okie dokie, so we've got the tire iron up there, we've got the ballistic explosives above us, you know, in the top section there, we've got the energy explosives below us, the pistol here. Okay, we need to change the pardon me, right, we're going to leave the laser rifle there. We're going to put the silent sort of rapid firing sniper or semi-auto sniper there, and then the heavier sniper out on the side. So I like to have the sort of longer range weapons to the left, and then the close quarters weapons to the right. We've only got the one at the moment, but we can still use the rifles from close range. Okay, we are going to have space for I'm just thinking if I should take away, yeah, you know what I might do? Store that, because the idea is that that this power armor suit can kind of drop off here as a sort of landing and then down the stairs. I mean, obviously we can fast travel out of the settlement if we need to, but just wondering if the stairs should be here. It'd be a bit close, I suppose, wouldn't it, to the yeah, let's not go faffing about with it. We are going to need a station for our robots, for modding our robots, so that will probably come over here or somewhere. Maybe along here until we get some shops, because I think that's going to be our sort of shopping wall. It's not very pretty, our settlement, but it's all about functionality on this playthrough. Anyway, guys, so let's see if there's any cooking we can do. Let's see also if we can make any cutting fluid. No, we need some more bones for that. You still with us, Force for Life? Or I think we've only got one or two in the stream today. It seems to build up throughout the day usually, because most people are either at work or at school. I know a couple people usually tune in after school. I am wondering if I should plant some more nut fruit and have someone working on them, because
seems to be growing well.
Pardon me. I think I'm probably not going to last as long today with my congestion.
Whole place is run by robots.
So much careful. That place is nothing but trouble.
Yeah, I think we're going to plant some more nut fruit, because we seem to always be short when we're trying to build those that vegetable starch or whatever you call it. It's good for XP, and it's good for the adhesive that you get from it. Oh, can we get rid of this bush? That bush is kind of in the way, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, okay, so we can put another 6 just in line here. 1. Sometimes it's a bit fussy about where you can put it. 3. Pardon me. burping and all sorts now. Come on. So someone has started farming them already, which is a bit odd because I thought I had the perfect kind of calculation of let's have a look. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's enough for one person. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We've got 2 rows of potatoes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, and then we've got by the looks of it, 6 rows of 3 or 4. Sorry. So that's 24. So it should be. Maybe someone has taken it upon themselves to be a farmer without me assigning them. It looks like they have actually. What we're going to do is we're going to call everyone over. Yeah, because we've got 42 production. I'm just going to go and double check if that is all of the food catered for.
What do you need? You ought to be careful. You fix most things. But people don't fix so easy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rows of 6 is 36. Divided by 2 is 18. And then we've got 6 rows of 4 is 24. Yeah, so that's 42. So it means someone is someone else taking it upon themselves to do the food. So they're on food, they're on food, they're on food. Oh, he's the new guy. Okay, so I'm going to need to dress him up. So I like to put them in t-shirts and trousers, a bit like this guy's doing food, just so I know who is who. When I've got enough flannel shirts and jeans, I'll put all of the food production guys in that. So they're both unassigned. We could, I guess, well, we can't buy shops yet actually because we haven't got local leader, but could find something for those guys to do maybe. I don't think we really need any more defense. Anyway, what am I doing here? I'm getting some clothing. Okay, so we haven't got any flannel shirt and jeans, but I think we've got let's take the t-shirt and slacks, undershirt and jeans. We'll try them out and see which makes him look more like a farmer. All of this is basically just so that I can see what people are doing without having to bring up the build menu. Although that new feature of showing the little icon above their or below their name is quite useful.
Just looking to trade a little.
Left to complain about.
I'll give him one of each and try them both out. Okay, so take that back. Take that back. Steal his money. Steal all his ammo except for 1 bullet, because that's all they need. Give some infinite ammo if they've got 1. That 38 ammo, I don't think we've got any weapons on us at the moment that are using that. We were using obviously the rapid fire pipe gun, but that ammo is really going to start mounting up in our inventory, so when we do get a better version of the pipe auto gun, or get some better mods for it I should say, then we'll have plenty of ammo for it, especially with the Scrounger perk that allows us to find more. Surveyor outfit, t-shirt and slacks, undershirt and jeans. Oh, and I think hang on, did we put that back in the right place, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, there was something else to put in. Some of the aid, yeah, because we had a bunch of mutt fruit, didn't we? Alright. I think we're set. have an hour's sleep, and then hopefully... hopefully we can find a mission that is going to increase Piper's admiration of us. So let's see if we can't find one of these. I think we're going to leave the quartermastery. Yeah, because they're further away anyway. What time is it? 11:56 PM. I think I'd like to get this mission done because I think I think she's going to like us doing that. Investigate radio broadcast. Yeah. Well, we'll fast travel into the city. Yeah, let's fast travel to Diamond City, and then if it's still nighttime, we'll go and do the mission inside in the pub there, in the Dugout Inn. But if it's pardon me, sorry, I'm stretching. Yeah, if it's daytime, because we fast traveled, obviously time passes when we fast travel, then we'll go and do the Trinity Tower mission, and then we'll come back to Diamond City after. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm miles away. I was planning on taking a break from streaming today, actually, because I've been getting quite tired with doing it each day without a break. But I decided to level up a little bit more before we do the DLC tomorrow. But it's 8 in the morning now, so I think we better try and get to... There we go, Trinity Tower. Yes, mentioning there in the little tip at the bottom about survival difficulty, we're not going to start a survival playthrough until the new version's out, which of course makes it a lot harder. But it's going to be an interesting challenge, and hopefully it's going to be something that you guys are going to enjoy checking out. I'm just going to double check that I have turned my notifications off, because if you can still hear me, that is. Yes, you can do. I think I turned them back on yesterday. Yeah, they were on, so I'm going to turn them off because as it gets further through the day, I'm sure I'll be receiving messages and friend requests and stuff. It says we've got six viewers at the moment, but only 2 on Twitch. So I'm guessing we've got some people watching on the PS4. Yeah, this is one of the buildings that is noticeable from all around the wasteland. Well, not all around, but you know, from quite a distance. If you're on a roof of a building further away, this is the one that stands out. It's quite a big building that we're going to be making our way up through.
Another human! Come to rescue Rex! He is weak! Kill him!
So they've trapped this guy. Let's put the radio signal on, just so that you guys can hear the distress call.
Mayday, or whatever it is one says on a radio. My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower.
Okay.
I think the super mutants plan on eating me soon. I'm setting this to repeat. Ah, shit! Gotta sign off. One of the super mutants is coming! Help, or Mayday, or whatever it is one says on a radio. My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower. I think the super mutants plan on eating me soon. I'm setting this to repeat. Oh shit! Gotta sign off. One of the super mutants is coming.
Okay, so that's why we're here. There's a guy that's trapped at the top of the tower. He's worried that these super mutants are going to eat him, which they probably are planning to. Now, I'm just going to search everywhere before we take the elevator, because I think obviously they put an elevator in so that it skips a bunch of the floors, which you can't. I don't think you can explore them at all anyway. And the cool thing about searching super mutant areas is that they have a lot of bones, and the bones are good for making cutting fluid, which gives you oil, of course. Yeah, so if you're watching on PS4, there may be some of our regular viewers from over the last few days, because I know a bunch of them added me. I'm interested to know if it counts as viewers on Twitch, because I know on Twitch they kind of, I mean, obviously I'm very new to it. I'm not sort of signed up properly to Twitch where you get paid for it or anything, but if you have, I think, 500 viewers regularly, and you do at least 3 streams, regular streams each week. I wonder what this is for. Yeah, if you regularly get 500 viewers 3 times a week, I believe you can start sort of getting a little bit of income from advertisements and things, but that's a long way off, of course. But, I'm hoping my TV's about to turn itself off. Give me a sec. Yeah, I'm hoping most people, if they've got the choice, hopefully you guys choose to view it via Twitch, because I think, you know, hopefully it will help the stream appear higher up in the search results when people are looking for a Fallout 4 stream or whatever game we're doing. But of course, if you're watching on PS4, you're very welcome as well. Drop us a message if you like. Let us know you're here. I'm interested to see where the
weakest of us. It only makes us stronger. If they cannot kill one puny human, they are less than nothing.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it's tallied, because sometimes it says there's loads of people on it, but the readout is quite different on the website. Let's drop down here and... Right, okay, I think what we're going to do is clear out a section at a time and then loot it. Go back and loot it. Because there's a few floors here, if I remember correctly. Okay, we want to be using our laser gun if we can get it out without being shot. Oh, he did a lot of damage. I tell you what, these guys are obviously quite high level. Look at him, he's hardly taken any damage from me. We might be a bit ahead of ourselves here. This might be a location that we want to steer clear from. Yeah, see, we're only getting 8 XP. Where is she? How has she got upstairs? I don't know how she's got up there. I'm probably... Ooh, stuck on something. I'm probably being a bit... Oh, I think I see it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, they're not too bad. Oh, see, I just got one hit against me and got absolutely butchered, and then one shot took me out. That's crazy. Alright, I'm thinking that on this difficulty it might be worth waiting a little bit, because the one thing that would have made it worthwhile would have been if you got more XP because they were higher level. But these guys are getting us very, very, very low XP. because I think there's sort of a base XP for each enemy type, whatever level they are. Although for some reason we did get 400 XP, over 400 XP for a for a super mutant skirmisher, I think it was, a couple of days ago. And we got a idiot's font trigger, so it was like 2,100 odd XP for the one kill, which was awesome. But I think we're maybe going to wait till we're leveled up a bit before doing Trinity Tower. We are in Trinity Tower because we've taken the elevator up, so that will be our last save.
Or Mayday, or whatever it is one says on a radio.
Oh no.
My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower. I think the super mutants plan on eating me soon.
So our last save was actually from when we went into our pit boys to turn on the radio.
Help,
or to turn it off, maybe. So of course the fact that we're on hard is, although there are 2 difficulties above this, if you are playing on very hard or survivor, then obviously you gear yourself for combat. But obviously we're playing on hard, so we've kind of still taken a lot of the miscellaneous perks that don't strengthen us, but just give us more XP and money and stuff. But that obviously makes us quite weak when we do go into difficult locations like this. I think on the second day, when we were streaming on Monday, I believe, we did the Corvega plant, assembly plant, that was it, Corvega assembly plant. And that was very tough, because we'd leveled up, you know, we were level 10 or 12 or something. But of course, we're very, that's going to help us out actually on the DLC when we start it, of course. But it does mean that we're still, you know, we're struggling with some of the harder areas, so we're going to do some missions that we can manage and level up a bit more. It does make me think that if we're playing on hard, then maybe this DLC is going to be a bit tricky if we don't level up a bit more and get some more combat perks, so hopefully we can do so today. Hey, when we maxed out Affinity, he gave us a perk that gave us plus 10 damage resistance against energy weapons, or energy damage. So that was useful, but that's going to help us out actually on the DLC when we start it, of course. But it does mean that we're still, you know, we're struggling with some of the harder areas, so we're going to do some missions that we can manage and level up a bit more. It does make me think that if we're playing on hard, then maybe this DLC is going to be a bit tricky if we don't level up a bit more and get some more combat perks, so hopefully we can do so today. Hey Skipters, thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for your follow yesterday and also your YouTube subscription. That was very cool. Oh,
there. I have a question for you.
Who has a question for me? Who is it? Oh, him. Okay. Right, seeing as we're in a friendly area, let's put on our charisma clothes, shall we? Well, how are we wearing militia hats? Skipper says, I haven't been sick in a year, but the moment I come across your stream, I get sick just the day after. Coincidence? I think not. I'm sorry, man. I'm so contagious that I've passed it on to you through the internet. That's pretty good going. Sorry you're ill though, man. I hope you're feeling better soon.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You were in the tap house before?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is the guy. I don't know if you were watching the other day, but just to sum up how we came across him. We went into the tap house, which is the kind of restaurant pub that is in the upper stands where all the snobby people live. and they're like so snobby. They kind of look down on you, and they complain at the fact that you're even there. They call everyone down on the lower levels like dirt and stuff. And we went up there, and there was a woman at the bar drinking with the barman, who was obviously close with her. They were close, and she was there every night. And this is her husband, and he was getting really annoyed at the barman for keeping his wife away from home. He just wanted her to come home. And then he sort of started a bit of a fight with the barman, but the barman punched him. And you kind of felt sorry for the guy because he just wanted his wife back, and she was being a bit of a bitch, to be honest. So he's obviously asking for our help. So let's see how he wants us to get involved. Yes, Diamond City Blues. I think you're right. I think that's the name of the quest line. We'll soon find out, unless it's. I don't think we've got it active yet.
You tried to punch out the bartender. What was that all about?
I thought it was dead obvious. Cook is sleeping with my wife, and I'm supposed to just pretend I don't know until Cook decides he's bored with her and she comes crawling back home to me.
Sounds like a tough situation.
You don't know the half of it. But I'm not going to just sit here and let Cook steal my wife and destroy my family. I'm going to go back and talk to him, and I want you to come with me. You saw? He won't take me seriously otherwise. I don't want to have to really hurt him. I just want him to leave Darcy alone.
Right, so here we could ask for more reward and get XP for passing the speech check. But Piper doesn't like me extorting people, and I don't really need the cap, so I'm just going to say that
Okay,
I'll help.
I'll help you.
Okay.
Hopefully
good.
Piper will like it.
I'm sure Cook will back down once he sees you're with me.
We can tell him that we'll do it alone, though. Hopefully Piper will appreciate that.
This'll work better if I talk to Cook by myself.
You're probably right. I'm so angry at Cook, I might lose control. Just get him to leave Darcy alone.
I'll make sure Cook gets the message.
So hopefully if we do this...
Don't kill him if you don't have to, but otherwise, I don't care what you do to him. He deserves to suffer for what he's done.
Alright, so hopefully if I do this in a non-violent way, Piper will appreciate it, and...
I wanted so much more from my life than this. Ugh.
Let's see if we can talk to
Don't
Darcy.
let my husband drag you into any of his nonsense.
So that's his wife. That's Paul's wife. Now we're going to go and have a word with this barman.
Nice, real clean. Strict entrance requirements, though.
Okay, he's just told us about a new place, Covenant, which I don't think I've ever been to in my other playthroughs. So that'd be interesting to check out. So this is the tap house. Let's go and have a word with the barman and see if we can't get him to leave Darcy alone.
I'll meet you there then. Don't be late.
Yeah, I'll be there. I just have to close up.
Hey there.
You're bothering me. You don't want to bother a man like me, okay?
Bring it on, Buster. To be honest, having someone else tough up the person you're wanting revenge on just seems like it would be the least effective option. Yes, but the reason I've decided to do this on my own, Skipters, is because I like to do things non-violently, especially whilst I've got Piper with me. I like to resolve issues so that everyone's happy. That's just how I play Fallout and games like that. So this way, I can sort of talk to this guy. It won't get out of hand, hopefully, simply because the other guy's not here, so I can reason with him.
We need to talk, Cook.
Oh yeah? Is there some kind of problem?
Yeah, there's a problem. Alright, so I can threaten him or accuse him, or I can just bring up Darcy. So bringing up Darcy seems like it's going to give me the info I need.
Are you sleeping with Paul Pembroke's wife?
I really don't see what business it is of yours who I'm sleeping with.
And I'm going to ask nicely.
Paul asked me to talk to you, so here I am. Asking nicely.
And I'm asking you, nicely, to turn back around and go tell Paul to come talk to me himself, if he's man enough.
See, we don't really know who's in the wrong. Because it might be that Paul's a bad husband or whatever, but Yeah, if we tell him that Darcy's not worth it, because if we say it's last chance or threaten him, I don't think Piper's going to like that.
Darcy isn't worth dying for. Or killing for.
Think about what you're doing to poor Paul.
You know what? You're right. This whole thing with Darcy and me, bad idea. I admit it. Not like I planned it or anything. She was just always hanging around here. You know how it is. Look, tell Paul it's over. I swear. I won't even let her in my bar anymore. Is that good enough for you?
There you go. So that's worked out. The best sort of possible result for everybody. No one had to get hurt.
It's a good start. Something more concrete would help.
Yeah, okay. I get it. I have an idea. Something I've been thinking about for a while already. Kill two birds with one stone, you know?
So I'm like you, Skip just says that he chooses to play how he would play in real life, you know, if he was making the choices for real. I'm exactly the same. Yeah, like you say, you can choose to go into the game.
What's the idea?
To play as a tough guy or as a nasty
I have some other
jerk.
Businesses on the side.
But yeah, I tend to just do what I would do normally because it helps me feel more invested.
To make himself feel like a gangster.
Who's Nelson Latimer?
Malcolm's kid. An arrogant little piss. But useful, since he has all the money in the world and likes to think of himself as a budding crime boss. Me and Nelson are supposed to be meeting some gentleman from Good Neighbor to exchange Nelson's cash for their chems. My plan is simple. We take the money and the chems.
Hold on. I have some questions first.
Yeah? What is it?
Why smuggle chems into Diamond City? Chems aren't illegal here.
Sure, but Mayor McDonough takes a big cut of all the chems brought into town. Not everybody thinks that's good business. That's where me and Nelson come in. He fronts the cash, I make the arrangements. Cheap chems for Diamond City. Everybody wins. Anything else?
What about afterwards? Won't everyone be after us?
Come on. You know the answer. No witnesses. Anything else?
Why do you want to screw these guys over all of a sudden?
Oh, it isn't all of a sudden. Nelson's been complaining about my cut for a while now. He may be thinking about trying to strike out on his own. I've been waiting for the right opportunity to present itself, and here it is. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, so you're in then?
Okay, I'm gonna make a save here because I'm not sure how Piper's gonna respond to this because this is a bit of a shady kind of.
I don't know. An awful lot of unknowns.
Trust me, we
shady
can
proposition.
This, no problem. The meeting's always in the same place. They always bring the same number of guys. They'll never know what hit them.
I guess it's worth the risk. Let's do this.
Now you're talking. I promise, you won't regret it. In a few hours, we're both going to be sitting pretty.
Okay, so she didn't dislike the fact that we're taking the job. This is a bit of an odd job because it's one shady guy screwing over another shady guy and the shady group. So it's all shady people. So how, like, whatever you do is helping someone that shouldn't be helped. But it's also kind of fighting against someone that doesn't deserve your help either. So it's all a bit. Yeah, it's all a bit grey. It's like a grey area. There's no kind of right or wrong with this one. Right, we're going to fast travel to Hangman's Alley. We're going to try and get there first to see if we can see what's going on. I think when I played this before, we got there before Oh, actually, hang on. No, we're going to load our save because we'll go and report to Paul Pembroke, and I believe we can give him the option of coming with us. Yeah, sorry, we're gonna yeah, we're gonna have to reload the save. Sorry about all this loading. Let's have a look. What time are we at? It's wow, it's 1:30 already here in the UK. And if anyone's watching that has been with us since the beginning, you'll probably have noticed my voice getting drier and drier as the week goes on. I'm definitely taking a break after tomorrow's stream, because we're going to do the DLC tomorrow, all being well. Oh, and then hopefully it'll be evening again. And obviously when evening falls, we'll be able to go to the Dugout Inn finally and help out the radio dude. You're not going to really reap the benefits of that mission listening on the stream because
just stick with me.
Because of course the music from the radio doesn't play. Where are we? Doesn't hang on a sec. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted trying to talk and just figure out what we're doing here. Oh, okay, so Paul Pembroke's in the pub. I was thinking it was sending us to the other mission, but it's just taking us to speak to Paul Pembroke. So yeah, because obviously when you turn the radio on, it filters out the music because of, I guess, copyright issues or whatever. I'm not sure if it filters out the music from the game.
What's this about?
Oh, what's wrong? Not so tough once you're not on the air.
Oh, okay, so this mission started as well.
Can you just leave me alone?
Maybe I don't like your little radio.
We are going to equip nothing because I think this is a fist fight. Now, just to sum up, guys, if you weren't with us the other day when we triggered this mission, and if you've not done it before, basically we came into the pub and there's two brothers that run the pub, and one of them was telling us that the radio station, which is run by the guy on the right on the screen at the moment, it's really bad. Like, the music's great, but the guy doing the DJing, he really lacks confidence, and he's really like quiet and nervous. And they want to improve. They want to help him and also improve the radio station at the same time. So what they've done is they've arranged a fake fight that he's going to think is real, but they want me here to sort of back him up. So there's a guy here, or two guys here, that have been arranged to fight with him. And I have to kind of egg him into joining the fight, and then they're going to take a dive to give him confidence, you know, so that he feels, you know, we're just going to make him feel better about himself, more confident, and it's going to improve his, I guess, personality. It's going to improve the radio show. And like I say, I never play the radio because you guys can't hear it anyway, so it's pretty pointless. But
You have to say it.
We're going to put our armor back on just in case these guys fight back. I don't think we're going to lose any health to them because they're not like really going for it or anything. But yeah, hang on. Where's the army helmet? Just a precaution in case this fight gets a bit out of hand.
Look, I don't want any trouble.
I don't like you.
You can tell how nervous he is from how he speaks.
What you gonna do about it?
What's this about?
Maybe I
Hey,
need
pal.
to, maybe I need to speak to him. Yeah, let's get him,
Everything okay here?
Does it look okay? Because, no, it is not. I have no idea what I did to deserve this. I just wish they'd go away.
Why not stand up to them?
No, I mean, no, that would be bad. With these men, it could, well, it could go.
Don't you want this to stop?
Yes.
I forgot to put my underlay on, so I'm half naked.
Don't worry. I've got your back.
Well, if you think it would work.
We're right behind.
Yeah, she idolizes me. That was the last action that knocks us over the top. Increases her... Yeah, I've got a minute, Piper, but not right now.
Okay.
She wants to speak to me about her
well,
getting her perk while I'm in the middle of a fight.
You say something.
I said that's enough. Leave me alone.
Look at
I'd
you.
like to know what you're thinking.
Let me think about that for a second. Nah, I don't think so.
I mean it. Leave me alone.
Sounds like you were thinking about saying, or else. Were you, Travis? Were you gonna say, or else? I'm wondering what comes after that.
Everything
What you
okay?
gonna do, little man?
I'll beat you up.
Big
I'll
mistake,
beat you up.
Travis. I'm gonna destroy you and your friend here.
Smack! Smack! Doof. Right, he's still alive. We're not killing them, obviously.
Bullshit, man. Just bullshit. This is bullshit, man.
Is he? Yeah, he's gone green, which means he's given up.
This ain't over.
So hopefully...
Hey. Hi. Again. Hi? Hi.
Travis.
Still complete worse.
I can't believe it. We did it.
How do you feel now?
I don't know. I mean, wow, wow.
The other guy's just walking out.
Anything like that? That was crazy.
I think he's having a stroke.
Listen, thanks. That was, well, really something. I think maybe I should go lie down now.
Cool. So let's turn this mission in, and then we'll carry on with what we were doing before.
Vadim.
I think that went well. Ready for next part of foolproof plan?
Bring it on.
Good attitude. It's nice and easy. You have seen Scarlet, yes? She has worked here for some time. Now, I am just simple bartender, but I see things. I see how Travis looks at her.
He sounds so much like the meerkat from the Compare the Market advert. If you're from the UK, you'll know what I mean.
Travis, it might do him some good.
I could have a chat with her.
Yes, I know. This is why I'm telling you. Just do whatever it takes to get her to agree to see Travis, and this will all be worth it. And you and I never talked about this, all right?
Right, so we've increased his, let's, Piper was waiting to talk to us. You're right, you notice the Piper idolizes you. Yeah, thanks, Skipsters. So that's what we've been working towards, because her perk is very useful to have early on. So let's talk to her.
So, you found a minute for me yet?
I have. She was trying to talk to me while I was, like, sorting out that mission.
Sure thing.
Just what you said about Nat. I've been going over it again and again in my head, and what you said was right. Family's too precious. What kind of life is she gonna have if I never go near her again? It's just... Sometimes it feels like the only things I've got in life are Nat and the paper. Having someone I can count on, someone like you, it's meant a lot to me. Not a lot of people want to hang around with the nosy reporter.
Yeah, but you're my kind of nosy.
You're the exception. I haven't exactly made a lot of friends in this career. I just wanted to right the things I thought were wrong.
That guy sat next to her is totally nosing in on our
There was
conversation.
a lot of wrong. Crooked guards, lousy infrastructure. There was a hole in the exterior wall that was patched over with a bookcase. One bookcase. That's it. I started the paper more as an act of desperation than anything else. Turned out I wasn't the only one who wanted things to change.
I'm just gonna put my
After the first couple of editions, people may not have agreed with what I said, but everyone was listening.
Sounds like you really cleaned up Diamond City.
Well, a lot of things got done. They even put a second bookshelf over that hole and patched it with bricks. When that first edition hit the stands, I felt like I'd finally done something worth doing. But afterwards, things changed. People didn't want to talk the way they used to. Seemed that overnight I'd gone from being Piper, friend and confidant, to Piper, the nosy snoop. A lot of folks, they haven't treated me the same since. It started to feel like the only person I could count on was my little sis.
You can count on me, Piper.
You're not afraid of me like everyone else. I was sure that the paper would be the best thing I ever did in my life, but being here with you now I don't know. I've needed someone like you in my life for a long time, Blue.
boom.
I just never expected I'd actually get them. So thank you for being the friend I can count on.
Right, so we've romanced her twice already, and I think this will be the last one. So we'll get several benefits from this.
It sounds to me like you're interested in becoming more than just friends.
Oh, I mean, well, I'd be lying if I said I never thought about you that way. Not that I'm always thinking that way. It's just, Blue, I'm loud and pushy and constantly getting in over my head. Why would someone like you ever want someone like me?
You don't need to be flawless, Piper. You're perfect for me.
Perfect, huh? That's a new one. Well, well, I think you're perfect too.
Yeah.
Goodness, Blue, I don't know what to say. You're everything I could ever ask for. Come on, let's not keep the world waiting.
There we go. Right, so having reached the highest level of affinity with Piper, you've gained the Gift of Gab perk. Gift of Gab. Now, I'm just going to double check that is the one I was thinking of. It sounds like something to do with speech, doesn't it? Where are we? Perks. Ah, yes, okay. I was forgetting it's even more beneficial than I had said it was. So thanks to your relationship with Piper, you receive double XP for speech challenges and discovering new locations. Now I was thinking it was just the new locations that you got double XP for. But yeah, you get it for speech challenges as well. So that's awesome. So we're going to be piling up a nice lot of extra XP whenever we're talking to people or exploring. Very good. And also, if we sleep in a bed near her, because we're in a relationship, it will give us plus 15% extra XP for the next 8 in-game hours rather than 10%. Because you get the well-rested bonus, that's 10%, and then the Lover's Embrace bonus is 15%. So we're gonna, if we do swap companions, which we will do, There you go, look, in the top left. Sleeping while you have a romantic companion nearby temporarily grants you the Lover's Embrace perk. So we're just going to try and remember what we're doing here. We are going to take another companion, because I like to try and max out the affinity with each one so that you can have a nice group of perks. Try and get the perk from every companion that you come across. So we're going to miss Piper, but we are going to send her back to Sanctuary, so when we sleep, hopefully she'll be close enough to be able to give us the Lover's Embrace perk. But we're trying to find, is it Paul Pembroke? Yeah, it looks like he's left the bar now. I'm wondering if we should do the next story mission to get the next companion. We could always try and get Preston Garvey. The thing is, Preston Garvey is waiting for us at the castle. He's waiting for us to help him clear out the castle. So I think probably that he's not available as a companion at the moment. I think also we'd have to travel a long way through dangerous ground to get there. I think if we go and speak to him, it's just going to trigger the mission. We will have access to a new companion. Pardon me. We will have access to a new companion when we get strong, once we do that Trinity Tower mission. But I'd like to level up a bit more before we do that. So
Walk outside the wall undefended. High quality protection for sale.
let's go and speak to Paul and see if he wants to join us on this mission to intercept this drug deal that's going down.
Cook has a plan to make us both rich. Ambush a chem deal set up by him and Nelson Latimer. Interested?
If you think it's a good idea, I'm in. Cook owes me. Big time.
So I don't mind what we do in this situation now, because I don't think we can drop down Piper's affinity by doing something negative.
Note says the meet is near the Backstreet Apparel building. You know where that is?
Oh yeah, down along the river. Come on, let's do this.
Okay, let me out. Oh, let me outside, please. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna try and fast travel there and see if we can beat them there and figure out what's going on. Because it's always better if you're going to confront people. It's always better to have them attack you first. I find. Obviously, you want to get the drop on them, but if they're green to begin with, you know, if they're not necessarily hostile straight away, then of course they'll be green. Their health bar will be green. You can talk to them. You can talk to them, and then if they decide to attack you, then you've got no choice but to defend yourself. Now they're both on the stairs, which means we can beat them there. They're waiting for us to kind of follow them. But if we fast travel past them, when I did this playthrough before, I had already found Backstreet Apparel, so I could fast travel right there. But we're gonna have to just go through a couple of alleyways, I think. So welcome anyone new to the stream. Thanks for joining us. It looks like there's 6 watching on Twitch at the moment. Oh no, 8. And I think we've got a couple on the PS4 console as well. Probably some PSN friends of mine. So welcome guys. We are on our 6th day of streaming. We've done at least a few hours each day, and we are, you know, getting to the point where I'm going to be happy going into the DLC tomorrow. That is if my sinuses hold out. Almost feel like I'm going to lose my voice altogether at this rate. Oh, crumbs. All this lockpicking makes me want to play Kingdoms of Amalur again.
Yes.
very, very similar lockpicking game. Okay, so where are these guys? They're in this direction. we want to sort of get an overview of them and get a sort of rough idea of what exactly is happening. Don't want to just kill them all if they're sort of innocent people not doing anything wrong, but okay, so there's 2 waypoints, right? I don't know if they're 2 different people or what. And I don't know, because one of these waypoints is down and one of them is on the same level as us, and I'm wondering if they're 2 points from which you can you know, from which you can successfully ambush it. Maybe one of them's higher up, so you can look down on them, or... Ah, okay, so here, look, you've got... I think maybe... Oh, okay. So this is where they want us to meet. Maybe I'm supposed to meet the guys here. Yeah, so they're nearly on us. They're 50 meters away, and you can see them moving. I'm tempted to go in and speak to them. Let's make a save here, and we'll see what happens if we go in and speak to them before the other guys get here and try and do this peacefully.
Relax. I'm sure he'll be here any minute. You better get the fuck out of here if you know what's good for you.
What's going on here?
Nothing to do with you.
Oh,
unless you want your face blown off. Got it, asshole?
Cook couldn't make it, so he sent me instead.
The fuck he did? Trish, kill this asshole!
Okay, so the issue there was that I pressed right on the D-pad to try and equip another gun, but accidentally didn't press X in time, and I was pressing L1 to bring up my VATS. And because the weapon select,
here we are.
You know, this weapon select wheel was up, it wouldn't let me use VATS.
There's always 4 of Murawski's goons. Trish, who's in charge, and then 3 other guys to unload the boat and wave their guns around. You should be able to work your way around these buildings to get a good angle on them. I'll wait for the shooting to start, then join in from here. Remember, we can't afford to let anybody get away.
What about Nelson?
I'll deal with Nelson. You worry about Murawski's crew. Now, are we all set?
Sounds good.
Right, I'm just going to see what this guy says, because he's still got a waypoint for him.
Anymore.
Good. I knew you could handle him.
So, oh, okay.
What happened? Did he give you any trouble?
That's a bit strange. It kind of did sort of flip those 2 interactions, because it should have been that I told him about Darcy, and then I told him about the deal. But it kind of flipped them round, so they were in the wrong order, but...
No. He, listened to reason.
Okay. I don't care what you had to do, just as long as he leaves Darcy alone from now on. Anyway, thanks for your help. I'll, see you around.
Good luck. I hope it all works out.
Thanks.
I wonder if he's still going to stick around. Yeah, he's still sticking around for the, for this job that we're doing. Taking out these guys and stealing their chems and whatnot. I'm going to see what kind of cover I can take. Tell you what, I could throw a grenade in there, can I? Oh, haven't equipped it yet.
There you are.
Okay, so Trish is friendly now, so I'm going to speak to her rather than Let him take him out. Where did Nelson go? Oh dear, killed him. Oh, I think the idea was the other guy was going to take him out or speak to him or something.
Don't move.
You don't have to kill me. I won't talk. I swear.
I'm going to see what the barman guy says.
I don't need a better
and I might
reason
reload
than
and
to
try
shut her
not
up.
to kill
I'll tell Morosky was gunners, okay? You
try
can
not to
trust
kill
me.
the
And
Latimer dude.
I'll give up Morosky's chem lab. This here, this is nothing compared to what he's got stashed there.
What's at this chem lab?
More chems than you can imagine. Morosky's entire stash. But you'll never find it without my help.
Crumbs.
Tell me what you know first.
You're just gonna kill me anyway.
Alright, we're gonna see how this plays out if we should have changed my clothes there. Let's just see how it plays out if we don't kill Nelson Latimer, because I feel like he's probably... I feel like we'd be able to kind of reform him, you know, bring him back from his drug dealing ways. So maybe throwing a grenade isn't the best. I mean, Skip says, yeah, she says different things depending on how you approach this. There's all sorts of ways of approaching this situation. That's what you did after she told you the location anyway. You killed her, yeah. Well, I want to kind of... I think the bar guy... I forget his name, but I think he kills her anyway. But the thing is, when I threw the grenade, it accidentally killed Latimer as well. I want to see if we can get away with not killing him. So I'm wondering what... maybe if we go with this sniper... Oh crap. He's gonna be... Again, I'm gonna just see what happens. I can get 3 shots off with this sniper despite it being a slow firing weapon. That's pretty cool. I don't want to kill Nelson. I want to see what happens if we take out everyone except him. Although I think Piper's gonna take him out. If we take her down to low life so that it brings up her... Oh, hang on. Oh, it's typical, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna have to start again because she actually gave us a chance to interrogate her, and I accidentally attacked her again. Sorry, guys. Is it the quick set? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it so that Nelson Latimer lives through it. I feel like if we turn them hostile, he's going to be hostile, and then pardon me. I might actually send...
Where to?
Here.
That's a plan.
I send Piper away.
Psst.
Point the way.
Hold.
Okay.
Right, she's going to stay there. And that way she's not going to take out Nelson. And hopefully what I'm thinking is if we get Trish down to low life, take out all her henchmen, then she'll be... It will tell us that we can interrogate her, and maybe that will turn Nelson Latimer sort of non-hostile at the same time. Am I ducked down? Yeah. Cool little freezing effect there from my legendary perk. Okay, so that's Trish. This is the guy we need to take out. Okay, so now getting quite low on health. We want to try and take Trish down to low health. Wherever she is. Did they run off? There she is. I just hope that Nelson will go... Ah, okay. There she is. Interrogate Trish. Now, this is the key moment. Yeah, okay, so Nelson... No, wait. Oh yeah, we
Cook
forgot
won't
to
be
do
bothering Darcy anymore.
Forgot to do the handing of this in again, didn't we?
So, what happened?
Where's Nelson then?
No. He listened to reason.
Okay. I don't care what you had to do, just as long as he leaves Darcy alone from now on. Anyway, thanks for your help. I'll, see you around.
Good luck. I hope it all works out.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna have a look around and see. First of all, we want to put on our charisma clothing. It's auto-saving as well, so that's useful. And we're going to talk to her, and we're going to try and do this peacefully.
You don't have to kill me.
And then we're going to find out what happened to Nelson Latimer. At least it wasn't us that killed him, because I think his dad gets annoyed with whoever killed him. You can kind of explain why you did it and that he was a bad guy, but...
Give me a reason not to kill you.
I don't need a better reason than to shut her up.
I'll tell Morosky it was Gunners, okay? You can trust me. And... I'll give up Morosky's chem lab. This here... This is nothing compared to what he's got stashed there.
Keep talking.
Where do you think these chems come from? We've got a lab. Right here in the Commonwealth. But you'll never find it on your own. Not without my help.
Okay, let's do a quick save and then...
Tell me what you know first.
Well... Okay. I'm trusting you, right? The lab is in the old Forley fish packing plant. On the waterfront in South Boston.
What's so secure about that?
The place is overrun with feral ghouls, which don't even look twice at my crew, because they're all ghouls like me. My idea, by the way.
I assume there's more to it than getting past the ferals.
You assume right. The real security is a system of tripwires that have to be triggered in exactly the right order to open the door to the lab. You never even know the lab was there when the door is closed.
I believe I just picked the lock before. Or I picked a lock and got into it back way.
So how do I get in without hitting all the tripwires?
With a password, which I can give you. There's a terminal that will bypass the tripwires and open the door to the lab. So, I have your promise, right? If I give you the password, you let me walk?
Right. Let's have a look.
And you promised to not tell Morowski that I had anything to do with this?
Yeah, of course. I already told you. After I leave here, I've never heard of you in my life. The password is Applejack. There. Now you've got everything. And I'm completely screwed forever. I hope you can live with that.
Sorry, Trish.
Right, see Henry Cook attacks her. I don't know if it turns her... See, they're both... They're both fighting each other now. And I want to keep to my word and let her go. But I suppose this is a separate fight, it's nothing to do with me. I'm almost tempted to take him out because he's been a bit of a douche and breaking my promise for me.
You're not walking away from this one.
Paul.
I'm just going to check. Pardon me. Okay, we've got to gain access to the lab to finish the quest, which is way over to the... Oh, actually no, it's not. Yeah, it is over to the east, but we're quite far east as it is. It's not a very wide map, to be honest. Most of the map is quite thin because there's all water to the right. It gets wider at the top there in the northern section. But a lot of the map is water. But of course there's still some locations out on the water. Well, we need to loot... let's leave those guys to work it out, because that's nothing to do with me. We didn't kill... In fact, I don't see... Sorry, I don't see Nelson's... Oh yeah, there he is. Okay, so at least, yeah, like I said before, at least it wasn't us that took him down. So obviously that fight has been resolved. It's not like she was a nice woman that I wanted to save exactly, but let's
So it's just the two of us. 50-50 seems fair to me.
Oh, okay, so what's... No, she must have killed him. Oh, good on her. I never liked Cook anyway. They didn't both go down, did they? No. Okay, so let's
Yes?
Have
Are
we
you
still got our...
thinking about it?
70-30 seems more like it.
Yeah, whatever. Screw me over one more time. Guess I should be used to it by now. You
I
can
could
deal with
dislike that,
selling the
but
chems. Give me half of Nelson's money, and I guess
that
that's
doesn't
the
matter
best
at
I
this
can
point
expect.
because we've maxed her out. What did he just ask me?
Why don't I leave you half the chems?
Screw that. You wanted the bigger cut, so you can deal with the hassle of transporting and selling the chems.
That doesn't seem fair.
Hey, I'm not
Okay.
hassling with the chems for a lousy 30% cut. You got what you wanted. Deal with it.
Hey, Paul.
Have you got my money yet?
Alright, I'm gonna reload because he's asking us to pay him if we're gonna take 70% of the chems. He wants money, but money's worth more to me than chems, so just double check something. Yep. a lot of saving and reloading on this stream. Apologies for that, but sometimes you're kind of not sure how things are going to work out and you want to try out a few different scenarios, and it's quite interesting seeing how things unfold in different ways.
That works for me.
Great. Then you take the money from Nelson, I'll take the chems, and we'll call it even.
Aren't the chems worth more than the money?
Sure. If you owned a chems shop right here, but I'll have to pay the mayor his cut, plus move all this back to town.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, okay, so we we're taking the money, which I think we've already taken, to be fair. Unless it's here. See, we could have had all of this if we were being really nasty, but that guy, he needs a break. He's had his wife cheating on him and all sorts, so we'll give him a break. I'm not sure. Did you guys notice the money? Let me know if you noticed the money pop up when he said I can take the money, and because I'd already taken the money from Latimer's body. So I'm guessing maybe that was it, but Anyway, it's not too important. Let's right, so the lab is further east. I think we're going to stay sort of central and in the western and northern areas for a little bit, just until we level up a bit more. So what have we got here? We've got these two that are further northeast. Oh, of course, we've got to convince Scarlet to meet Travis. We could have done that whilst we were at Diamond City, but we forgot about that one. Alright, I think we might start doing the railroad quest line soon. Because there's not a huge amount of fighting in that, so we're not going to get too overpowered. It's funny, the markers for the maps in Diamond City sometimes look like they're quite a long way away from Diamond City, but that's because it's such a large area and it takes up such a large space within the town, within the sort of built-up zone. You know, the actual waypoint for Diamond City doesn't represent the whole area. That's just the entrance. You know, that's where you go to fast travel, but it actually covers quite a large area on the map.
Nice piece you got there. Just keep posting.
So where's this woman? We've got to try and convince her to go and start summing up with the radio guy, and that'll sort of increase his confidence even more. Cause I think he's got a bit of a crush on her.
I'm on a break right now.
Can I ask you something personal? It's about Travis.
Travis? Really? Did he mention me? I heard about the fight. Travis was... well, he was brave.
Would you like it if he had mentioned you?
Well, yeah, I guess I would. I mean, I've definitely noticed him. Maybe... No, I couldn't just go over there.
Threaten her to do it. She wants to do it anyway. We'll just persuade her.
Look, Travis is a nice guy. I can tell that you like him, and I think he likes you. Just go talk to him.
Okay, I will. I'll go see him now. Thanks.
There we go. So let's go and report back to the brothers at the bar. The Bob Rogs. Who's this guy? I haven't spoken to him yet. Okay,
This is terrible. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. He was up to no good, and look what's happened now. You've got to help. I can't do it. You've got to help me.
What are you talking about?
I am talking about Vadim. They took him. Those men, the ones that messed with Travis, they came back. Said Vadim owed them money, that they had a deal. He wouldn't pay, and then they grabbed him and said that they would make him pay. And then they just dragged him out. You have to do something. Please tell me you can do something.
Heck yeah, I can do something.
Do you know where they took him?
No, I don't know. He's the one that has always dealt with them. I've tried to avoid them. Travis might know. You should ask him, please. Hurry. I don't want anything to happen to Vadim.
So I think now we're going to speak to Travis, the radio DJ, and I think this helps increase his confidence even more because we're going to get him to come with us, I think. I don't think he necessarily has to. I think it's maybe a choice you have to make. But get him involved in the fight, and that'll be the last little nudge he needs to really boost his confidence level.
What's going on?
I need your help. Vadim's been kidnapped by Bull.
That's not funny.
I'm not joking around, Travis. This is serious. I really do need your help.
Wait. Really? Oh man, wow, this is because of what happened, isn't it? It's my fault.
No, Travis, this is between Vadim and those men. It's not your fault.
But if I hadn't gotten into that fight with them, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Don't do that to yourself. All we can do now is figure out how to make this right.
I don't really... I mean... I don't have a lot of friends. If Vadim is missing, or in trouble, or whatever, then I'm gonna help get him back.
All right. I'd welcome the help.
Good. I didn't want to have to argue about it with you. I've heard enough to know they're probably holed up at the old Beantown Brewery. We've got to
I think
go.
we've already been there.
Show them we mean business, and then we can bring Vadim back, and everything will be okay. Right? I'll get a gun, and I'll meet you there. We'll settle this.
I'm on a break right now.
Oh, she's here with him.
Scarlet.
I'm on a break right now.
So when we were at the Beantown Brewery before, I remember mentioning that there was a mission that took place there, and that's this one. We're gonna go and rescue Vadim.
I'm on a break right
I do need to sleep though. I think there's some beds that... are we allowed to use these? I think there's some communal beds around where all the farming is, but I'm not sure. No, okay. We are going to want to... Let's grab some of these mutt fruits while we're here, because we need mutt fruit. We're going to want to heal up before we go out. Which might mean... pardon me. Might mean heading home. I think this house might... Yeah, okay, so this is Kellogg's house. Now, Kellogg is a character that comes into the game as part of the story, the main storyline. He's not too far away, you know, well... Crumbs. It's a difficult lock to pick. Ah, here we go. Cool. So, this house is green, which means it's not breaking the law to break into it. Which I guess means Kellogg is no longer here. But there might be a bed here, and I'm hoping it will let us sleep on it. We might be able to kind of repurpose this into our own home. Oh, and we get the extra 15%, yeah, extra 15% XP as well, that's cool. So we're going to be back here, just grab a couple of the more useful things. We'll be back here later. Let's get out and do some questing before we run out of that 15% XP boost. Alrighty. So we're heading to the Beantown Brewery again. That's where we were fighting Tinker Tom earlier on as part of the Brotherhood Radiant quests. Before we go, let's make sure we don't forget to put our armour on. So the army helmet. We've got the... oh, not the... military fatigues. And I think that's our lot. Yes. Oh, crap. How much space have we got actually in our inventory? Oh, we're fine. Okay. So back to our map, and Oh, not that one. Where are we? Where's the Beantown Brewery? There it is. Okay, so we've already cleared it, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be enemies there. There's actually quite a long quest line. Quite a few different steps to this one. As well as the Diamond City Blues, where we were sorting out that poor guy with his wife, Pembrooks, and the barman, and Nelson Latimer, and the drug dealers. Quite a lot going on there.
Oh, thank God. You're here. So this is it. Odds are if they've got Vadim, he's inside. We're gonna be okay, right?
Definitely. We'll be fine.
Okay. Okay.
Forgot my
Good.
military fatigues again.
I can do this. Totally.
That's a good attitude. Because in a minute, you're gonna have to.
Any last minute advice? I've never done anything like this.
Just stay calm. Don't go crazy in there.
Right. Calm. I can do calm. Calm. Okay. Can we just get in there before I totally lose my nerve?
I love the way, you know, there's 13 companions, and there's however many, maybe hundreds of quests. And even in the side quests, you get little bits of interaction between your companion and the characters that you're with. So in that case, you know, Piper had something to say to Travis. Now, if we'd had any one of the other companions, they would have had something different to say, depending on their personality and their relationship with Travis. But this is just a side quest, so, you know, for all the different quests, you've got all these different little exchanges between people. And it's the same as when you swap companions. Your previous companion always has a little bit of a, you know, back and forth with the new companion. Yeah, it's just it's really cool. I like that. It's a cool little feature. Oh, crumbs. Okay, let's shut that thing up. We didn't actually loot this particular part here because we kind of made our way through and then we looted all the inside area and forgot to come back to where we entered, so just double check that there's nothing here worth taking. Again, a lot of glass, gold plated flip lighter, that's always useful to get gold, and oil from the flip lighters. And oil's always important, of course. Did we read this before? I was just talking about the tours that they used to take before the war. I think the other good thing about Lover's Embrace is that usually you only get the well-rested perk for 10% extra XP when you sleep in an owned bed. But if you've got Lover's Embrace, then that works in any bed. So if you've got your companion with you and you've romanced them, I need to change my hat as well. Oh, crumbs, I'm getting caught on something. Cool, bit of extra XP. Right, oh, grenade right on top of me. I need to change my helmet and then get right out of there. Oh, crumbs, got XP for that. I wonder where that was. Who's shooting me? Oh, he's over there. Okay. Oh, I think... Oh, Bull, okay, he's like the main guy. He didn't have much health, did he? Maybe because he hadn't got any armor on. Let's just make a quick save before we die, because we've taken a lot of damage from someone over the other side. Where is he? Out the way! Oh, he stood in my way. It's ridiculous. Oh, someone coming up the stairs as well, I think. It's so annoying. That's one thing that bugs me, is the companions standing right in your line of sight. It's almost like they know where you're aiming and they just keep moving so that you can't get a shot off. Where'd he go? Where is it? Oh. Come on, stand up. Ah, come on. Right, one more headshot hopefully. There we go. I'm gonna go up here because these guys might come out behind us if we're not careful, if there is anyone up in this room. Yeah, there is. Lost some more health there. Getting a bit precarious now. Let's get her to take the attention away from us. Okay, good. Let's take all the stuff off these guys and then head back down. I'm trying to remember where... Oh, this door's locked again. He might be in here. We unlocked this door earlier, so that's a little bit odd. I suppose they just re-locked it because they were trying to lock this guy away.
Nice.
So exactly the same rat roaches are up here again, and it's been repopulated with loot. So that's cool. We're going to get some more money and ammo.
Maybe a feather duster and say what, 100 years, and this place would be right as rain.
So the music stopped. That means there's no nearby enemies, but of course there might still be some downstairs, I suppose, although it seems pretty quiet. Okay. Oh. Right, we're over encumbered. Is this trap back up again? Oh no, okay, so the trap knows that we've been here. Okay, let's take some of my stuff here. Oh, crumbs. I'm giving her ammo by mistake. Right, looks like I'm going to need to give her some of the basic armor that I picked up. So we don't have much junk on us weighing us down, but we do have a lot of armor off all these guys that we've been taking out. So, and of course the Triggermen, who are a different group. They were the ones that were working with that woman. I forget her name, but the woman who was you know, doing the drug deal. I'm just trying to remember. There was there was a chest somewhere. I think it was down here that I noticed. I don't think we've looted yet. and it's bound to have some ammo and stuff in. Yeah, here we go. Oh no, okay, we've already done that one last time we were here. Anything in these lockers? Bottle caps, yeah, good. We can take the elevator up. Because Vadim, I think, is being kept in the office that most of the enemies were in. Oh, we disarmed that last time. They set it back up again.
Going down.
Oh.
Going up.
Hopefully there's no enemies up here to greet us, because very low on health. I think we've taken them all out. Ooh. Behind us, there's Vadim. Alright, before we grab him, we're just gonna see if there's any weapons we can break down to free up some space. Oh, nice. Right, so we're starting to get better versions of the combat rifles. That's good to know. They're very good guns, and I think the sniper versions of them, you know, if we build it into a sniper rifle, as this one already is, but obviously we'd improve it, that is a very powerful version of a sniper, and I think it's almost as powerful as the hunting rifle, but it's got the quicker firing that the pipe rifles have, so it's like the best of both worlds. We've also got night vision scope for the bolt action pipe rifle. Now that's a slower firing but higher damage ones. Of course we'll need to look at what mods we've got available for them. Short combat rifle. Sometimes eventually I'll get to the point where I start keeping any decent guns like the combat rifles, even if they're very basic. I start keeping them and putting them away in a cupboard for in fact we might start doing that now, for my settlers, so that they've all got something slightly better. Why would I ever use a pipe weapon, Skipters? They're actually not bad, considering the fact you get a lot of ammo for them, and if you upgrade them, like for instance the sniper rifle I'm using at the moment is a pipe gun. I mean, if you put all the best mods on them, they end up being okay. Obviously they're not as good as some of the others, but if you're fighting weaker enemies, then yeah, if you're fighting weaker enemies, I'm not over encumbered anymore. You get, you know, you've got all that extra ammo to use. Let me show you. So for instance, this gun I'm using at the moment, this is a pipe gun. So it's not fully upgraded with all the best stuff, but pretty much. It's a legendary, so it does 10 points of cryo damage and it will freeze targets on critical hits. It's got a conversion to 0.45 ammo, which means it does a lot more damage. And it's got a night vision scope, it's got a large quick eject mag, it's got the best stock, so it's really stable. In fact, you can get, if you make it into a rapid fire gun, which is, I've actually got a rapid fire legendary pipe rifle in my storage at home. I'm waiting for a better version of the automatic mod. So with the automatic mod, it's actually one of the most stable guns in the game. If you have all the best mods for it, it's really rapid firing, and if you have a high level rapid fire, you know, for instance like it's called something like heavy auto receiver or something, but those, you know, if you have all the right mods, you have that extra damage from the better receiver, but you also have super stability. You pass by the pipe weapons and make do until you get your hands on a hunting rifle or something. Yeah, I've got a hunting rifle. It does 32 damage. Yes, but this is a rapid firing weapon. With a proper weapon you'd get twice that, he says, with a legendary more. When you say proper weapon, yeah, I mean obviously there are better weapons than pipe guns, but like I say, it's all to do with having the extra ammo. And of course, I mean, when I get basically how it works, Skipters, for me is when you first start the game, obviously you get the 10mm pistol, which you get quite a few of them, you find a few and you get better mods for them. So it's all about the mods. When you start getting pipe guns, you also start finding things like combat rifles and hunting rifles, but they are the most basic version. Now, if you're investing points into a crafting skill or crafting perk, then sure, you can make that hunting rifle really good straight away by spending resources. But I like to save my crafting resources, and I like to save the perk points, because I find it pointless putting points into crafting perks, because you can still craft the best weapons without those perks. All you need is to find a gun that already has those mods on. So that's why I rely on pipe guns to begin with, because you find tons of pipe guns really early in the game, because they are the most basic guns in the game, sure. But when you start finding pipe guns with the high level mods on them, those pipe guns with the best mods are better than basic versions of other guns, I find. So if you've got like a basic hunting rifle without any better mods on it, it's just a short hunting rifle, you know, it hasn't got any of the top tier stuff, it's just basic mods in each slot, then I would rather be using a high level, fully modded, like fully upgraded pipe gun than a better gun that's a basic version, if that makes any sense. And then of course, as you get further through the game, you start finding more hunting rifles, combat shotguns, and you get you start of course getting better mods on them eventually. And when you get those better mods, then sure, those guns do replace your pipe guns. But for the early stages, the pipe guns, you know, with the right mods on them, they can be really good, and they can be better than the basic versions of other guns. I don't use it all the time, but it's just good because you do pick up a lot of ammo for the pipe weapons, you know, so it's a nice way of not eating through the decent ammo. Because if you're using, say you get a combat rifle and you start using it straight away, and by the time you've got better mods for it and it becomes a really good gun that you're going to want to use, by that point you might have used up a lot of your ammo for it and start struggling to find ammo. Now of course we've got the perk that allows us to find more ammo, so you know, we don't generally struggle for ammo, but it's still a valid point that you don't want to be using ammo for a weapon that isn't modded yet. It's not really worth using until you've got the better version. He says, but gun nut is only one level. I'd be willing to sacrifice that single level for the ability to mod a decent gun. With gun nut, there's several levels to gun nut. You can only mod like mid-tier upgrades. I'll show you when we get back, because I've got level 1 of gun nut so that I can build better turrets. But I'll show you when we get back. I'll show you like the difference. Yeah, you take gun nut early on. See, that's what I was saying. I find it kind of pointless taking gun nut. When we get back to this settlement, I'll show you. I've got gun nut level 1, and I'll show you what we can do with it, and then I'll compare it to what we can do using mods that we've taken off guns. Because I think if you're gonna take a perk just so that you can buy mods, it's almost like throwing a perk down the drain, because you're going to find a gun with those mods on anyway, and you could just detach them from one weapon and put them on another one. So you can take all the best mods from every gun you find, and then combine them onto one weapon. And I'll show you when we do a bit of crafting when we get back home. Anyway, let's finish this mission off, and then we'll go back and take a look.
I didn't know if anyone would come. I thought perhaps this is the end. Thank you. You are a true friend.
Are there more of them? Are they gonna come after you again?
No, this was best they could do. You got them. These idiots had caps and chems just lying around. They did not notice when I filled my pockets. You deserve what I took. And Travis, I am surprised to see you here.
Hey, Vadim,
Okay.
I'm glad you're safe.
How did you get roped into this?
I wasn't forced or anything. I wanted to help.
You are full of surprises, my friend.
Well, if anyone could figure out it.
Just noticed. Oh. Oh, crumbs. Right, so there's an expo one. There we go.
That's it.
Alrighty, so we need to talk to
Hey.
Travis, and then I think we can head home.
What a day, huh? Hey, listen. I wanted to say thanks. This has been... well, it's been crazy. But I've learned a lot, I think.
What are you gonna do now?
Well, that's what I've been thinking about. After all this, I think about the things that had me worried so much, and it just seems silly, you know? Like, was I really that worried about just being on the radio? That's nothing compared to being beaten up, shot at. I can do so much more. And I need to. Anyway, thanks again. I owe you.
Okay, let's head home and we'll have a look at your comments, Skipper, and we'll talk a little bit about our crafting, the way I do it. But I mean, you know, there's no right or wrong way. Going to be over encumbered now. Where's that's funny. He got stuck there last time, Vadim. When I played it, he just got stuck at the bottom of the stairs. Where is Piper? She was in here with us, wasn't she? Because I've just had a horrible feeling that we asked her to wait somewhere earlier, and I'm worrying that she might still be there. Okay, we're just going to walk outside, and hopefully going through the door we'll sort of fast travel her to us. Teleport her next to us. We can give her some stuff and then get home and sort out some weapons. So Skipster says, I know I can only mod mid-tier upgrades, but a good gun plus mid-tier upgrades is better than a rubbish gun plus good upgrades, or have I got it wrong? And then I think I mentioned about finding mods rather than buying them. He says that's kind of putting it on RNG. I value the fact that I can get my mods on. I can get my mods on regardless if I happen to find it or not. Since at least till now I haven't been doing settlement stuff. All my materials go into modding. I usually have enough I guess crafting supplies lying around to do what I want. Okay. So, we're going to talk about that a bit when we get back. Let's just give her some of our... Give her her junk here, give her some of the armor as well. She's got enough room for everything. Okay, there we go. Right, so let's fast travel back. And you are right, Skipters, it really depends on how each individual wants to play. Now, you were saying about how a good weapon with mid-tier mods is better than a pipe gun with the best mods. Now we can maybe do some comparisons, because I've got access to level 1 of gun nut. So maybe if we take our combat rifle, if we make a save, because I'll be sort of buying some stuff that I don't wanna keep bought. Okay, so he says the sniper rifle of mine is 32 damage. If I remember rightly, a hunting rifle can go way past that with gun at level 1, because a hunting rifle base damage is 37. With a mid-tier mod it goes up to 50 or so. Now, there's a key difference between the hunting rifle and the pipe sniper rifle. So, okay, this is... let's just quickly sort out some of our stuff. Let's take off... where's Piper? Oh, don't tell me she's gone walkabout. There she is.
Sure.
Yeah, we're going to do some comparisons in a second, Skipper. The key difference is fire rate on the two weapons you're referring to. What am I doing here? Okay, so let's make it so we can actually move at full speed. No, you're not talking out your backside, Skippers. You are right in many ways, but I just want to sort of... I'll explain that there's no right way. Your way of doing it is correct, as is mine. I just want to make some space here, so give me just a moment. If I put in all of the stuff that I'm not going to be... Oh, pardon me. Farmhand clothes, grease stacking jeans, harnesses. Tell you what we'll do is we'll do our armor, because that's not really what we're discussing at the moment. So let's right, there what's our... Oh, crumbs. Yeah, Skipper says, what you said about ammo is right as well. Early game I face a lot more difficulty with ammo than if I use pipe weapons. Yeah, that's the main thing. That's one of the main things. So if we compare... I think we've made enough space so we can move about at normal speed now. So... let's take a look here. We've got two sniper rifles on us, okay? We're just going to make a save before we... So we're probably going to make some changes that I don't want to have permanent. Right, so we've got one sniper rifle here, Skippers. Now this one is our pipe sniper rifle. Now it's a pipe weapon. When we talk about pipe weapons, there are three different types. There's normal pipe weapons. Then there is bolt action pipe weapons. And then there is revolver pipe weapons. Now I don't really mess about with revolver pipe weapons much. But we're going to look at, because you were mentioning about the hunting rifle, so this one here, this is our legendary pipe sniper rifle, okay? Now if you take a look at it, it's got the 45 receiver, which is the best receiver, which changes the ammo type. We've got the best long-finned barrel. We've got the best stock. We've got almost the best clip. We've got the scope that I like using. There's no real best scope. Obviously the recon scopes are handy for marking enemies. But he says pipe weapons look like garbage, and that's a large part of his preference, yeah. I quite like them. I think they suit the game because they're sort of makeshift. We've got night vision scope on this one, and we've also got a suppressor. So this is almost as good, this is basically as good as a normal pipe sniper rifle can get. Now remember, this isn't a bolt action pipe rifle, and it's not a revolver pipe rifle, and that explains the lower damage. Now if we compare that to the marksman rifle, now this is a direct comparison, because damage wise, this has got the highest damage you can get, because this is a hunting rifle, okay? It looks different because we've got the marksman stock on it. If you change the stock look, it changes back to looking more like a hunting rifle. But this has got the 50 caliber round, which again makes it the highest damage. Now the other things don't affect the damage, they just affect the other stats, so we're going to compare damage. Now this is basically, this has actually got the best stuff. So this is a hunting rifle with all of the best stuff on it, and again it's got a short night vision scope, which is my favourite. I need to get a suppressor for it, but the compensator's fine. So damage wise, it's got the maximum damage. Now, if you compare these two, okay, so if you watch this, Skipters, just out of interest really, and for anyone else who's watching, because pipe rifles, yes, they're kind of weaker in many ways, but check this out, okay? This pipe rifle is 22 damage plus 10 from the legendary. Now, if you take away the legendary aspect of it, okay, and if we say it's just 22 damage, so that's the max damage. I haven't got any perks for rifles, so that's like the base damage with the best receiver on it, okay? So that's the best possible receiver you can get for this gun, 22 damage. Oh, the marksman sniper rifle is 64 damage, okay? Now, the damage rating, as far as I know, the damage rating refers to how much damage you do with each bullet. It's not like a DPS thing. It's not a damage per second thing. Because if you compare it to like a rapid fire gun, pardon me, it's either damage per bullet or it's damage per like VATS or something, I think, because basically if you've got like a rapid fire gun, like for instance a minigun, okay, if we just go and grab a minigun, the damage on that is very low because it's damage per bullet or per let's have a look here. What did we just pick up? Okay, the miniguns, right? A minigun does 8 damage. So that's drastically lower than a pipe weapon. But we know that miniguns do massive damage, okay? So that's what makes me think that the damage rating is how much damage you do either per bullet or per use of VATS. So for instance with a 10mm, every time you use VATS, each VATS attack is 3 bullets. So it's either per bullet or per VAT. So it's like a 1-for-1 kind of comparison. I think it's per bullet because a minigun would shoot quite a lot of bullets during a VATS. You know, if you use the minigun in VATS, you do a ton of damage, right? So 8 damage is nothing, which means that obviously it's got to be per bullet because although you're only doing 8 damage, it's got a fire rate of 272, which means you're hitting them tons and tons of times within a few seconds, and that 8 damage each time really amounts up to a high amount of damage. Now, if you compare, with that in mind, if you compare the freezing pipe rifle, now this is, remember, this is a normal gun. This is 22 damage, and the other sniper rifle, the proper hunting rifle, is 64. So on the surface, I get what you're saying in the sense that it looks as though it's almost 3 times as much damage. But when you compare the fire rate, the hunting rifle has a fire rate of 4, and the pipe rifle is a semi-auto gun. It's not bolt action, so it has a fire rate of 83. Now, of course, that's if you're pulling the trigger one after another, which you're not always going to be doing. You know, you're not going to be looking at something going bang, 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 like as fast as you possibly can. But it does mean that you don't have to wait between each shot. So, if we put those miniguns back, they've proved the point. You could argue that over time, the hunting rifle does, the pipe rifle actually does a lot more damage. So if we just make another save quickly. So this is a sniper rifle that's sort of semi-auto. This is 22 damage per hit. Ignoring the fact that it's legendary. Now that's me pulling the trigger as fast as I can, okay? So each of those bullets did 22 damage. Now, with this sniper rifle, each bullet is doing 62 or 64 damage. And this is me pulling the trigger as fast as I can. Now, the benefit of that, of course, is that you're getting more damage per bullet, so you're not having to use as much ammo to take them down. But you're finding more ammo for the pipe guns, so you don't need to worry so much about ammo. But obviously the great thing about the hunting rifle that makes it, it's more worth using is the fact that if you've got a silencer on it, you can do a lot of damage in one hit, and you can take someone down without letting anyone else know that you're there, because you're silenced, you're sneaking, you do it from a distance, you get a big lot of damage to kill someone in one hit, and then that saves you having to do multiple hits, because if you have to do multiple hits, then obviously they're going to know you're there, and they're going to tell everyone else before you get a chance to kill them. So that's the benefit of using a hunting rifle over a pipe rifle. But damage-wise, I would say that, with the 22 damage per bullet, being able to fire so much faster, almost 20 times faster, that makes a that makes a huge difference. So if you're, at this stage of the game, I don't have points in sneak, I don't have points that are going to make me be able to play a stealthy playstyle. I'm working on it, but I won't be at that point until much later in the game. Hey Klovek, welcome to the stream. We're just answering some questions that Skipters has had about DPS on different types of guns. So does that make sense, Skipters? Obviously, the pipe rifles are kind of makeshift guns, but with the right mods. Also, you were asking about gun nut, and yes, you're right, Klovek. By the way, this is Bethesda. When you say is it Skyrim with guns? Fallout has been around as long as Elder Scrolls. I'm not sure, maybe longer, because the first two were decades ago, and Fallout 3 came before Skyrim. Even Fallout New Vegas came before Skyrim, I believe. But, yeah, you could say that either Fallout is Skyrim with guns, or Skyrim is Fallout set in a medieval setting. But yeah, they're very similar. They're very similar games in structure and everything. The worlds are kind of similar, the kind of graphics and the engine and everything. So let's just have a look here. Skipters, if we take a look at the marksman sniper rifle, okay? The damage, if you've got gun nut rank 1, look, you can take a powerful receiver, which makes it 55 damage. Which is, yeah, that's pretty good, obviously. But the best thing about pipe rifles is that you find so many that, if you had gun nut rank 1 here, you could buy a hardened automatic receiver, that's 13 damage, but 127 fire rate. Yeah. I get where you're coming from, Skipters. He said he can play stealth even without the stealth upgrades and stuff. Yeah, yeah. If you're playing on survival, obviously I would play differently on survival. I would want to mod the best guns from the start. But if you're playing on hard or lower, and you want to, if you have a look at my perk tree... See, I like, if I'm playing on hard or lower, and I know I can technically survive by playing carefully, I like to leave myself weak when it comes to combat, but strong when it comes to building up crafting supplies, XP, money, and ammo. So that's why I have the strong back, which I haven't taken yet, but I have strong back perk, so I can carry more stuff. I always go with locksmith, because you get access to more XP and more ammo, being able to unlock safes and crates and stuff. I go with hacker for the same reason, you get XP every time you hack a computer and stuff. Scrapper allows you to get more resources, and finding extra money, ammo. Obviously idiot savant for leveling up. But, of course, if I was playing on survival, then I would gear myself more towards combat. And like you said, if you're not concentrating on settlements too much, which I'm actually not on this playthrough, so I could technically buy more modifications for the guns, but if you're not focusing on settlements, then you do have a lot of spare junk that you can use to build up your you know, to be able to buy mods. I just like to play a certain way where, you know, I think to myself, right, rather than having to buy gun nut and also having to buy sort of armorer and blacksmith and all these types of things to get better guns and better armor and everything, I just rely on what I find out in the world. And maybe you couldn't afford to do that if you're playing on survival. And like you say, your way of playing is totally worthwhile and makes just as much sense as mine, because if you are buying gun nut, the thing is with me, if I was going to buy gun nut to mod weapons, I would want to buy all of the levels, because it would bug me knowing that my guns could be better. And that's the key thing as to why I use pipe weapons for the first couple dozen hours or so. Simply because you find so many, and a lot of the guns have fixed attachments, so like the guns that the bosses carry and things like that. I know that after about 15 or 20 hours, I'm going to have several pipe guns. I mean, I only take one, maybe two with me, but I'm going to have like all of the best possible upgrades without having to have wasted any perks on the gun nut perk or any of those crafting ones. So I know that after a while, after a short while, I'll have found enough pipe guns that I'll definitely have the best possible mods for one, and I can make the best version of a pipe gun. And that way it frees me up to be able to spend those perk points on all the perks that I like to take. But like you say, if you're playing on Survivor, I'm hoping when the new survival difficulty is, you know, when they do change it, they do add the new features and make it that much harder. I'm considering doing a playthrough, you know, and I will have to totally change my character build, like completely change everything. That'll be very interesting. It will add a bit more sort of excitement into the game, trying to figure out where I want to go and where I need to strengthen myself. And like you say, I may well end up taking gun nut if I feel like I'm not doing enough damage. I may take gun nut so I can get access to those better mods quicker. But you know, if you're using, like you said about running out of ammo, if you're using a combat rifle or a hunting rifle early on when you're not finding many of them, because obviously you find more ammo for a gun if there are more people using it. So say you come across a really good gun early on, and it's the first one you found, and there's not many enemies that use it, then you're not going to be finding much ammo for it. You're going to be finding more of the basic ammo. So if you wait until you start finding more of those hunting rifles, so that means you're getting access to more ammo, but you're also getting better use out of that ammo, because by that point, some of those hunting rifles will have mods on that make the gun do more damage and make it more effective and more accurate. So rather than maybe wasting more ammo than you need to early on because you're using a basic gun, or maybe you've upgraded it a little bit, you know, you're using a basic version of a hunting rifle, say, and you're eating through your ammo quicker because you're not doing as much damage as you could be doing if you waited until later in the game when you can upgrade it more. So if you're using a fully upgraded pipe gun, you know that you're getting the most efficient use out of every single bullet you fire. And again, like I say, that's how I play on hard or lower. I'd probably play the same way on very hard, to be honest. I'd have to be more careful, but if we were doing this on survival, which we will do eventually, that would go out the window probably, because we definitely need more points in endurance. We've currently got 1 point in endurance, so we've got very low HP. But yeah, everything you said is absolutely right. And I'm guessing you've been playing on Survivor, so that would explain why you like to put points into gun nut. Because I mean, a lot of the perks that I like to take early on are ones that you could probably do without on Survivor. They're not really making you any stronger. Being able to hack computers and pick locks and stuff, that's not necessarily making you stronger for combat. It's just allowing you to level up and see more of the game. You know, it's more of a casual way of playing. Yeah, so just a couple points there about using the best version of gun to make the most use of the ammo, using weapons that you are currently finding a lot of ammo for, also taking into account the fire rate of a weapon, so it's not just you know, damage number, but the fact that you have to take into account how fast you can fire that gun, but also the situational aspect. Like, if everyone's seen you, you might as well use a pipe gun, you know? But if no one's seen you yet, and you can play stealthily, and you've got a silent sniper rifle that's made from a hunting rifle, then you can take one person out at a time, no one can see you, you can kind of do a lot of damage with one shot, and then it doesn't matter that you've got a low fire rate, because, you know, you're going to have to line up your next shot anyway. So yeah, it's all personal preference, like you say. I mean, the best way actually, this is interesting, Skipters, if you're still there. The better gun to compare the hunting rifle to is actually the bolt-action pipe rifle. So if we go into our crafting, so do you remember we've got the marksman, we've got the .50 best version. We've got the best version of the hunting rifle, okay? So we've got the best receiver on that, the .50. That does 64 damage. 38 does very low damage. Oh, that converts it to a pipe gun, basically. But yeah, so we've got 64 damage, 4 fire rate. Now, the best gun to compare it to is actually the bolt-action rifle. Now, this is one I've just picked up, and it hasn't got the best stuff on. But if we have a look here... yeah, look at this. So this is a pipe gun, okay? You can convert it to .50 ammo as well. But you're going to be getting these weapons much earlier on than you are the hunting rifles. I've found quite a few of these. Not with the best perks on them, because I've been unlucky with bolt action perks. But this one, yeah, .50. Look at the damage there. It's got rate of fire of 3, which is basically the same. 3 and 4. You're not going to notice any difference there. It basically means that you need to pull back the bolt each time between each shot. But it's 59 damage compared to 62 on the hunting rifle, so it's very, very close. And this is obviously without all the best. It's got the long ported barrel, not the best version of that. The great thing as well is you're more likely to get a long recon scope or a short recon scope on a pipe rifle than you are, because they're quite rare upgrades for like the better guns. But you'll get some of those high level scopes and stuff that are really useful quite early on. I haven't got one yet, but we just haven't come across the right enemies. So we've got the night vision scope on it. We've got once we put a suppressor on that, it's going to be 59 damage, and even with the basic calibrated powerful receiver, 51 there, 34 to start with. Yeah, so it's almost the same. If you're using a bolt action, the hunting rifle bolt action versus the pipe rifle bolt action, there's not really a lot in it. And of course, if you convert them to .50, then they're both using the same type of ammo anyway. So the ammo doesn't really come into it. So of course, if you've got one of each, then you'd use the hunting rifle because it's better. But my point is the pipe rifles aren't trash. Like, yeah, like I say, it's very close to damage. So the pipe rifles, they're certainly not trash. It's certainly not something that... What I do is when I come back, and I'll show you how I do this now, because I've got some weapons stored out. What I do is I break down anything, like, if I get a short hunting rifle, now that's the most basic version, I just break it straight down. But if I get a gun, like here for instance, I get a combat sniper rifle. Now what I would do is, this is actually the best combat sniper rifle I've got. I think I've got one in storage that's that hasn't got any mods on it at all. It's just all the very basic mods. Let's break this one down. But let's say I already had a combat rifle that was quite good, right? It had some decent enough mods. What I would do is I would take these mods off if they were any good. Now the light frame receiver, I can buy one of them, and it's just a low level one. I'm not going to be worried about saving that. Same with the long barrel. Oh, pardon me. Short scope. So, okay, this isn't actually that special. So, what I would do with this one, Skipters, is I would think to myself, right, okay, we've got this combat rifle, it's got quite basic mods on it. The only mod that I might want to keep to put on another gun is the short scope. So what I would do is I would buy the standard sights, or maybe if I already owned one of these lower level sights, at the bottom it would say attach mod rather than build, if I already owned it. But if I don't own any, I would just buy a lower level one, I'd equip that onto it. Now what that does, and I'm sure you know this, but what that does is it takes the short scope off of the weapon and puts it in my inventory. So now, when I break this gun down, I'm saving that short scope for later use. So when I find a better version of the short scope, a better version of the combat rifle, I've got that short scope available to attach to it should I want to. And that's how I end up making really good guns, because obviously the pipe guns, some of my pipe guns are actually really cool, and that's how I've got, for instance, this, I'm waiting to get a better automatic receiver for my 10mm pistol, but I've got the hardened automatic. There is another 1, 2, 3 automatic receivers, so the damage will go up considerably when I do get a better version. But what I'll do is, if I find a 10mm pistol that's got basic mods on it, but it happens to have a powerful automatic receiver, I would equip a lower level receiver, and then I would take that powerful automatic receiver, and I would put it on this one, making this gun even better. Because I've got basically the top tier mods on every slot, apart from that receiver. I'll get a suppressor eventually. Pardon me. And that's another thing. The suppressors. This is a good point actually. I hadn't thought of. The suppressors require 2 points in gun nut, right? So there's no way you can get them unless you put 2 points in gun nut, or if you find the suppressor on another gun. Now, it takes a long time to find a suppressor on a weapon, apart from the pipe weapons, and you find suppressors for pipe weapons relatively quickly. So being able to have them, you know, if you're playing stealthily, being able to have them is really great. Skipster says, everything you said makes sense, but like you said, comes down to preference. Knowing the bolt action comes to 59 damage might change my mind a bit, though. Yeah, I mean, like you say, it's totally down to personal preference. I actually quite like the pipe guns simply because they suit the theme of the game, because the game is very much you know, it's very much about making do in the world. You know, it's about using what's in the world to get by, and it makes sense that you find more pipe guns because people have put them together out of like pieces, you know. So you get a suppressor from the railroad quest line pretty early on. Oh, is that for a hunting rifle, you mean? Yeah, I suppose, I mean, it depends where you go, obviously, because you can go anywhere in the game that you want. The railroad, if you're playing on the hardest difficulty, then it might take you a bit longer to get to the railroad quest line. That's probably what we're going to do this afternoon, actually. Pardon me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this receiver off. Actually, saying that, this has got, rather than taking all of these parts off, I'll just leave them on here and use this as my base gun that I'll start improving over time. I'm not going to use it, I'm not going to take it with me because I've already got the hunting rifle, sniper rifle, which is my slow firing one at the moment. That gun can go into my cupboard at the moment and sort of wait until I've got some better stuff for it. So I'm going to wait. See, with the combat rifle, my reasoning is that I keep getting them. I keep getting combat rifles with like no mods, no decent mods on them at all. I found the one up here that had, I think I broke it down actually. I found the one with the sight on it, but it didn't really have anything else special. So, so I tend to just either break them down or put them in a cupboard for my settlers to use. Simply because I don't want to waste the ammo for it. And it uses 45 ammo as well, so I've already got a gun that does more damage with a 45. So my pipe gun does the same damage as this one, and it uses the same ammo. So it's not really worth me swapping over to the short combat rifle until I get some better get some better mods from it and get more effective and efficient use out of the ammo that I'm using. I don't really want to go around using a base. It might be better than the pipe guns, who knows? But I just like to know I'm using the best version of the gun that I'm currently using, if that makes sense. You wrote the code down for it the first time you did the quest and still have it, so I just need to find the old church, which I approximately remember the location of as well. I can show you where the church is if you like. I don't think we found it yet, but I remember from previous playthroughs. I should remember anyway. The church is, I think it's in this corner here, near Cabot House, as far as I remember. So we've got the mission for going to find the Freedom Trail. Now that one starts around here, near Swan's Pond, which we haven't taken Swan down yet. And then it follows, it's up here. So if you're looking at the map now, Skipters, if you want to find... I'm guessing you're playing on PC, obviously, because you said about writing the code down. Oh, do you mean... Yeah, okay, so you wrote the code down for getting into the area. I see there's like a... Yeah, there's a code from... Yeah, you find it. I'm going to look online, because I did work it out. I worked it out all properly... when I first played the game, because you have to follow the different markers, don't you, and look at the letters and sort of translate those letters to numbers or whatever way around it is. So yeah, we'll just look online for that, because we've already worked it out. I just forgot to write it down the first time we played. But yeah, it's in this area here, sort of at the edge of the water, around this where the circular little edge of the land is. Yeah, you're playing on PC, so you've got the added benefit of being able to use mods before the rest of us, so that's pretty cool. Right, so that weapon's going into storage. I'm going to put these submachine guns and combat rifles downstairs. Pardon me, sorry, I'm getting really, I'm going to take a break in a bit, because as you can tell, my voice is starting to go, and I need to get some lunch as well. We are going to put that bolt action rifle in my cupboard, so when we get some better upgrades for that, we'll start putting them on. We've actually got in here, we've got a legendary revolver pipe gun. Now this fires 2 shots for the price of 1. Now if you take a look at this actually, yeah, this is a good example, Skipters. Oh, it's just too bad the survival beta doesn't let you play with mods. Yeah, that'd be cheating a bit, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm looking forward to survival. I was thinking I probably wouldn't play it unless there was a trophy related to it, but if this channel sort of takes off a bit, which it has started getting a few viewers over this week. I've only really started streaming this week on last Sunday, so not doing too bad. We had 15 new followers yesterday. You were one of them, Skipters, of course. But this is interesting. Just take a look at this weapon, Skipters. In fact, I'll take it out of my inventory, out of my box there. So we've got a legendary. Now, I'm not sure if the legendary aspect is included in the damage, because it fires 2 weapons, so I don't know whether the 60 damage is because of the 2 weapons. But if you look here, we haven't even got the top level receiver for it. We've only got the calibrated powerful receiver, and the main thing about this is that it does better critical shot damage. But if we went to a 308 receiver, and 308 ammo is quite common, that would do 66 damage with a 7 fire rate. Now that's almost double the fire rate. It's almost double the fire rate of the hunting rifle with the top mod, sorry. So on the hunting rifle we've got the .50 mod, and it does 62 damage with 4 fire rate. This is 66 damage with 7 fire rate. And this is a pipe revolver gun. So just to point out, you know, if people are thinking pipe guns, you just trash them every time. Yes, do trash them, but take all the mods off, and then eventually you'll have enough mods to piece together to make a beast. But with that being said, let's crack on, shall we? Let's get our inventory sorted and get all wrapped up for this session. I'm not going to take a long break. Well, we'll see. You know, I maybe need to give my voice a rest for a bit. Yeah, we'll put that back in. We're going to take these other guns downstairs because we've got a little cupboard that we keep for our settlers, and at some point I'll start equipping them with these weapons. As long as you give them one clip or one bullet, one ammo for the gun that you give them, then they have infinite ammo for it. So, and I can't remember whether they patched it, but I think it was working with like miniguns and rocket launchers and stuff. I think they may have patched it so that you can't give them, you can't just give them one rocket and they have infinite rockets. But I may be wrong. Maybe they still can. Give them a fat man. Give all your settlers fat men with one rocket each, and just see them like, infinite ammo, just tearing everything up. That would be pretty cool. Okay, so we took all our stuff off of our companions, didn't we? Oh, and we sorted this out. No, we didn't. Hang on a sec. Some of this is going to go into my other cupboard because I like keeping all my dress-up stuff separate, just so I can. That can go in because I'm never going to wear that. All of these going in, sunglasses. They can go in. I'll keep that out because anything that I'm going to use for my companions, so anything that only fits certain AI characters, certain companions, whatever. Okay, yeah, I'll keep them separate. I've got a little cupboard for anything I want to have quick access to. Yeah, I hope that's hope all that information has been at least interesting to Skipters and anyone else listening. Like we keep saying, there's no right or wrong way of playing these games, but sometimes you can kind of assume that certain weapons are no good or whatever, and you can kind of just skip over them, but sometimes it's nice to be able to see someone else show you why things are useful, and that way you can try out different things, make the game more interesting for yourself. Pardon me. Okay, got these mods to pop in. Got a lot of weight from somewhere. I think it must be these bits of clothing. Battered fedora. Let's take a blue suit with us now for whenever we want to whenever we want some charisma. Nice to change things up. That's why I keep all these charisma clothes in a cupboard here. Ah, that's what's weighing us down, look. Okay, and we don't need the trilby hat. Or the fedora. So we've got, yeah, that's all fine. That's all sorted. That's sorted. Ammo, yeah, let's just check our weapons. So we've got our melee weapon. We've got grenade and mine for each, for energy and normal. And we got the 2 sniper rifles, different fire rates, 1 silenced, 10mm pistol, righteous authority. Okay, so I love the combat shotgun. That's very powerful. But again, I'm going to wait until I can upgrade it because I don't want to start eating through the ammo for it using a crappy version. He says, on a different note though, I really like the survival mode thus far. The fact that your weight limit has been cut to half and the ammo and everything weighs now, it made me really set up a base somewhere and kind of operate from it. So that's with the, you're talking about the new version of survival mode obviously, because you've got the beta on PC, haven't you? How are you getting on with it difficulty wise? Because I know one of the big things I notice is that although enemies do more damage to you than they used to on Survivor, you also do more damage to them. So I'm guessing it's easier to take enemies down, but you have to be more careful about your life because you can't save. You could answer me this actually if you're playing it. It's good to have you here because one question I had was, it talks about not being able to save unless you sleep in a bed. Yeah. So when you sleep in a bed, because he's just said with the eating and drinking and sleeping only being most efficient when in your own proper bed, it made Sanctuary actually feel like a home. Now I totally get that, because that's how I felt about Fallout New Vegas, because you had the hardcore mode on New Vegas where you had to eat and sleep. You had to eat, sleep, and drink water. So you have to keep yourself hydrated, and you had meters, like you get more hungry, you get more thirsty, you get more tired. And this is taking it that one step further, but it does make it feel, especially with that weight limit, you have a base, you have your food there, you're growing food that will help heal you, you can cook food. So you sometimes, I'm betting, when you're starting to get hungry and get tired and it's affecting your stats, you're really looking forward to getting home and sort of getting some food in you, drinking some water, sleeping. You find the difficulties better than very hard. Do you mean it's easier than very hard? Or it's the difficulties better in the sense that it's harder? I feel like the enemies are a bit too OP at times, though. Yeah, I'm sure probably if you go to areas... I'm guessing, because the question I had that I was going to ask is that it says you can only save in a bed, right? When you sleep. Now, do you save... Can you save in any bed, or does it have to be an owned bed? So do you have to be at like your settlement or in a hotel room or something? Like if you find a bed out in the open world, you're exploring somewhere and you find a makeshift bed, can you sleep on it, and does that save it for you? And also you talked about how the healing is different when you're in a proper bed. So how does that work? If you go to bed in a proper bed that isn't at your settlement, like in a raider camp or something, if you sleep in a proper bed, but it's not an owned bed, does that save it for you? And secondly, does that heal you as much as a proper bed at home? Because when you're out in the world, like these beds here, you find a lot of these beds out in the world. So are the beds out in the world that are the same as this one that I'm looking at now, are they just as effective at healing you as this one would be? Or is this one more effective because it's in my settlement? Let's have a look at what he said here. Like attacking a group of 3 wild dogs with a laser musket in somewhere without proper high ground and cover is hard. You can sleep in any bed that isn't owned by someone else, and that saves it. That's great to know. So you can save anywhere. That was one of the main things I was worried about, because I was thinking if you've only got like one settlement and you have to sleep in that one and you can't fast travel, oh, he says an unowned bed saves it, but your tiredness stat doesn't get fully healed. Is that like a percentage or something? Does it kind of heal a percentage of your tiredness, or? I mean, I'm sure when this comes out on console, obviously it'll make more sense. But okay, it says I'll explain some more, but we have dinner now, so we'll be back in 20. Yeah, that's ideal actually, because I'm going to go and get some lunch. So if you're back in 20 minutes, keep an eye out for me. If I'm not like fully back, just leave the stream on, and I'll be here any minute, because I should do a bit more today. But it's definitely time for my lunch. So yeah, great. Thanks, Skipters. It's been fun interacting with you on the game. If anyone else is here, I think it says we've got a few viewers, not many today, but if anyone else is watching, we're going to be back in a while. We'll probably get more viewers later on, so there'll be a bit more activity in the chat. Most people tend to come on later in the day. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit, Skipters. I'm going to jump off now and get some lunch myself. So yeah, thanks a lot, and see you in a moment. I'm just going to make sure we finish sorting out our, where are we, inventory. 88 weight, that's about right. Let's have an hour's sleep, and then I'll make a manual save. Tiredness affects attack points, refresh, and strength, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I mean, there's probably more than you could cover just typing out little comments in a chat. It's something that we'll get into properly, if I get around to streaming the survival difficulty. but thanks for all the little pointers you've given us. This answers some of the big questions I had about it. So anyway, we're all saved up. I'm going to leave the game on pause. As usual, that allows us to cut off the stream on for the YouTube uploads. Don't want people having to sit through like a quarter of an hour of me eating lunch, but yeah, if anyone's still there, I will catch you all in like 15 to 30 minutes probably. See you soon.